namesake. Alright. Good to see all of you. Ugh. Okay, let's see. So... in the last session, you had taken a long, long journey all across the land. The group Full Service had meandered... Oh, it is a nice watch, isn't it? Had meandered all the way across up the north and had made it into the lands of Nomentar. You're the very first group to actually pass the border of the elves. So you got that nice little achievement. You had a brief meeting with the Dagorale, who were a bit stern at first, but after some coercion, you were able to secure an entry. And you spent, I think, not more than an evening or two in the forests trying to travel further north towards the Sanctum. And during that time, a bunch of stuff happened. You had a chat with an owl. Aldrin was almost dragged away by small little pixie-type creatures. And you also finished having a talk with an incredibly large snake, which currently hangs over Aldrin's head. So, bringing us back to the moment at hand where we took off, the three of you are standing closer towards the edge of the forest, and a few feet ahead of you, Aldrin, you have just stepped up towards this incredibly large snake. One of you, who is it? Lotho, I believe it was. You were having a conversation with the owl, and the owl had taken off, and then this snake had appeared, and you started to talk with it. And you were asking for information, which it offered to give you, but only if you stepped closer. And nobody was having it, but Aldrin decided that he would go for it. And so, so he stepped forward, and currently the snake overhangs roughly about here, you know, like above the branch there, and Aldrin has started moving forward. What do you folks want to do?
Yeah, buddy, you want to step back a few paces?
Oh, I gotta remember what it was like during.
You pushed past us. We tried to stop you,
right.
and you're like, "Fuck it, no."
You don't understand. He was super sleep fucked when this happened. And he did not care. He's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go after the snake." Now he's regretting all of his decisions.
Let's just ask it some questions.
You already asked a question, and what do you mean? What do you mean? Let's.
Okay,
Only
so
one who can do it.
So recap, dude. I did an insight check. I did an insight check, and this dude is about to fucking have Lotho for a Dunkaroo snack. Yeah. So I started backing up, and you move forward, and I tried to use my strength, as did Verth, and you beat both of us because you're Aldrin.
Camel died.
Beautiful.
So we
10
did talk to it, and it just wants to have a Lotho fucking snackable lunch right now, so...
Or your insight check wasn't very good, and he just wants a new friend.
Damn.
That seems likely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, there.
Let's go with that.
Garden of Eden, motherfucker. I'm finding this shit.
Alright, Aldrin will stop where he is.
Okay.
Contemplate on turning back, and then think a little bit more.
Okay, so you pause for a brief second, and you can hear the sound of scales sliding upon the tree branch up above you. And you can also see the, like, undulating form of this incredibly gigantic python, which makes its way through the tree. It gets closer towards you, and you can see its gaze is currently fixed on you, Aldrin. This incredibly large snake is staring directly at you. It's maybe, at most, 5 or 10 feet away.
Oh, it's actually kind of close.
Yeah, you don't say.
Fucking
Lotho,
drunk dwarves.
What's he thinking?
Aldrin, back off now.
No, I just want to know what he's thinking.
He's
You know what?
thinking you look tasty.
Lotho, just let this play out, actually. I think it could be a useful lesson for Aldrin.
Maybe the
I think
last
this could
lesson.
be it.
With that, I'd like everybody to please roll initiative.
Yeah.
See, we
Fucking
wouldn't have
Gilbert
action right now.
Gottfried from
Oof.
Hollywood Squares right now. You fool!
Initiative.
We roll that one
Holy
for a natural
fucking
19.
shitballs!
What?
Hey, I don't even have to move my token.
What happened? What'd you get? Oh, I see a
Oh.
19, a 19, a
wait.
19. Oh my, you guys are rolling with fire.
I
Yesterday
have-
started
I
off with a
actually-
1.
I
actually
got
have
a 1, but I
+7
used
now.
my
Jeez.
lucky trait.
I have a +7, so
I got a
actually it's
19.
26 now.
Very good. Okay, let's see here. So, unfortunately, thanks to the surprise round, Aldrin is about to get some goodness.
I'm loved, right? Because, you know, it's all love now.
Watch, it's gonna give me like a suit of armor.
Oh no, wait, I'm at 15 armor.
Aldrin, does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
Okay.
God damn it, Aldrin.
Aldrin gets
Fucking-
swallowed.
You fucking sumo slam a bunch of small little dudes. Now you're fucking with the local wildlife.
No, it was just a bush. There was no blood underneath it.
Bad way to start off our time up here.
Hey, at least we have some action going on.
The opposite of what I wanted.
That's too damn bad.
Aldrin, you take 9 points of damage as the snake lashes out from the treetops. As it comes towards you, you can see there's a brief moment where its jaw opens up, and then something else happens. It's almost like it opens a second time mid-air and becomes even wider to the point where you realize that it's actually going to fit over your head, and as you try to take a step back, it's too late. Everything goes black. You guys all see, for Aldrin, that the snake envelops everything from like the first top of his first, from the top of like his shoulders down to roughly about like the midway of his chest. And nothing but like a sort of muffled noise comes from the inside. You can see the snake's head here, which is currently over his back, which has just like a huge draping of stretched skin that allows it to grab onto him. And its head there has these two same-sized eyes, which just kind of like look over at you as it then goes to pull Aldrin off the ground. And let's make a strength check.
My god.
Saw that coming.
Aldrin, how much gear are you carrying right now? What's your armor?
My armor is chainmail. Is
So chainmail is 55
Here's my
pounds. What do you
carry.
have in your backpack? Give me like a few of your heavy items.
3 ingots.
You have my crowbar.
Do I have your crowbar?
Yeah, you opened the door to the cultist lair because I had 2 of them.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've got a crowbar.
Eh?
A camel skull and femur.
Shoot me.
4 daggers, pour. 1 longsword, pour. Winter
Whole
cloak
bunch of
would
random
probably be
shit.
heavy.
Okay.
How do you even walk?
So here's what happens. The snake goes down, and you can see as all of its muscles contract, and for a brief moment, Aldrin's 2 feet lift off of the ground, and you all fear the worst as he's about to be dragged into the tree while suffocating, stuck in this creature's mouth, no weapons in hand or anything like that. But then something unexpected happens, and the branch of the tree snaps. You all watch as down comes the branch here that has the snake coiled around it, and you can see it in its full splendor, just how large it is. Its body is wider than a dinner plate of just like pure muscle, and the wood is unable to carry this large python and Aldrin at the same time as it tries to lift him.
Welcome.
So now they're all down here on the ground. As you fall, both you and the snake take 8 more points of damage.
Only down to 31.
And let's see.
Love how there's calm music going on through this battle.
I'm gonna change it in a brief moment. I was caught up
Damn
in
it.
the snake eating you.
I was like, no, I actually kind of like this.
Yeah, we can put on the jazz combat today.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's your turn, Carrick. What do you want to do?
Save his best buddy.
Yeah.
Should we jazz combat? I mean, where is it?
Hell yeah.
Okay, I have a question, Aleutian. Rakish Audacity says that I don't need advantage to sneak attack if my target is the only one within 5 feet of me. Does that include allies?
I believe you're okay. I don't think it matters with allies. Sorry, where are you getting that from?
It's Rakish Audacity. It's level 3 Swashbuckler, page 136 on the Sword Coast Adventure.
Yeah, you have. I think you have all the bonuses and whatnot that you want, as long as it's not next to another enemy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you are good for that. It works.
So I'm a roll up on this motherfucker. And
Music is perfect.
oh,
Just Alden, just like.
I'm just
shit
gonna
show.
just gonna like shake my head a bit, look over my right shoulder to Lotho and mouth sorry, and I'm gonna strike with Reza.
Okay, please do.
Nice. Now, because it's grappling Mr. Fuckface over here, do I get like an advantage on the attack or?
Advantage on the attack against this guy?
Because he's not moving and he's like bound to. I don't know. I'm just asking.
You know what? I would give it to you if it weren't for the fact that you might accidentally stab Aldrin.
Okay, so I guess they cancel each other out.
They cancel each other out. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I have a +6.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Shit.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
He crit with the magical sword.
Good luck, Aldrin.
Uh-oh.
Fireball!
Wow. It's gonna be Phineas.
Fireball!
situation.
Fireball! Fireball!
You step forward and make a beautiful swing, and you can see as the arc of the blade is traveling exactly how you want it and moving with record time, and it slices out, and then Reza's form just alights in an explosion of fire. Go ahead and roll your damage, please.
Okay, I don't even know what I'm rolling right now.
Hot damn.
So I have
So-
a 1d6 plus a 2d6
Yeah,
times
so-
2 plus modifier plus a 2d6 for Reza's fireball.
Yeah, and everyone's going to be hit by the 2d6 that's around.
Of course.
So we'll do
God
the
bless
first bit.
Reza. Oh! There it is. So it's 15 for the first one,
Okay.
plus 8, so that's 23. Plus my modifier of +4 is 27 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then 27 plus 2d6. 20, that's 31 points of damage.
Everybody takes 4.
Yes, and I take 2 because I have
Because you
resistance
have
to fire.
resistance.
Oh, okay. We take forward now.
Okay. As you step forward and slash out, there is a audible, like conflagration, just like the shockwave of flame bursting into existence here, followed by the sound of tearing flesh. And you see as Aldrin is knocked over 10 feet in this direction, and the snake's body goes in the opposite direction. The head is like still roughly affixed to him, and it's not until he barrels and rolls along the ground that it sort of tears apart into 2 pieces. You're no longer in combat.
What?
Wow.
With like kind of black chars on my face, like that typical explosion thing. I'm gonna look over and be like, well, that was that. God
Well
damn,
done.
I'm sorry, guys.
Are the woods on fire right now?
Ah, interesting. You can see that there's like pine needles and whatnot in the tree that are kind of like sizzling, but there's no
Okay.
flames, and they go
That's
out.
good.
There is the smell of like freshly burnt wood everywhere.
We're just making a splash here now.
Not my fault.
My 2 first rolls were a 19 and a 20. Oh, bless the week off.
Oh, dude, like Tuesday was having a bad time. I think you guys got all their luck.
I Joss Whedoned them. Fuck. Okay.
Kind of brush myself off, pick up Aldrin.
Hey, buddy.
You
You alright there? You feeling alright?
Yeah.
You learned your lesson?
I'm fine. What lesson?
I mean, I know you couldn't see what I did, but it was pretty fucking cool. I'm not even gonna get like a good job, or you kind of fucked up there, Aldrin.
I didn't do any such effing or fucking up.
Well, it's good to see that the fireball didn't affect your language, so that's good. Lotho,
I'm good. Thanks for asking.
should we just get a fucking move on?
Yeah, we should. Can I just like make a perception check? See if there's anybody around watching us.
Oh, yeah,
Upset.
please. Go ahead and make a perception check. Let's see what you get.
I'm sure we're fine.
Pretty good.
5, I'm pretty sure.
25? What?
Well, no, 17 plus 5.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
So, 22.
Okay. As you go and try to look around here, you can see that you're most certainly not alone. There's a forest creature off in the distance which currently watches you. It looks like a wolf of some sort, and when you stare at it from beyond its hiding spot in a bush, it then just turns around and runs off into the forest.
Okay. Let's get moving. And I don't think anything can be gained from talking to these animals, so let's just go.
I'm gonna point at this thing. You sure, Aldrin? Do you want to go talk to it?
I mean, if you want me to, I'm definitely down for it.
Unless you want some snakeskin boots.
Hey, why don't you take some bones from it?
Hey, I'm only bringing those to Eridan to find out.
Just be like rattle bones.
Actually, Lotho, I mean, I know you're joking, but Aldrin, you want to see if that thing has some venom?
Yeah, that actually sounds like a pretty swell idea. Aldrin's gonna check it out to see if it has any venom.
Make for me a survival check. And do you have proficiency?
I didn't even know that was a thing. Probably not.
In nature, I guess?
No,
Would
I
it
said
be nature?
survival.
You don't
Oh,
have
survival, my bad.
it? Okay.
I'm
Wait,
proficient
wait,
in nature,
survival?
but
Yeah, as an Outlander, don't you have survival?
Yeah, I've got +4 in survival.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that. Let's see what you get.
Woo! 20.
20. Okay. You don't even have to really spend more than a moment examining this snake. You know from its size and everything that it doesn't have any venom. This is a snake that constricts its prey and doesn't have use for it. And sure enough, when you inspect its fangs and all, you find a lack of any sort of like poison gland.
Hey guys, this thing was
Can
a poor excuse for a snake.
Can I still take the fangs?
Sure, yeah, as a collectible. The snake is quite large, and so the fangs are like 3 inches across. Or,
Beautiful.
sorry, 3 inches long. So yeah, you can
I
add those to your
intended to
inventory.
take some of the bones just to make bone armor if I can. That'd be sick.
Snake bone armor, what the fuck?
Yeah, snakes. I feel like snakes'
little
bones
odd.
are like hollow, so.
we've already blown half of it up. We might as well collect some meat.
Yeah.
Probably
that's good.
some of it's cooked.
Well, everyone's looking at the snake. I'm gonna look at Reza and just be like, that was fucking awesome.
You feel like a warmth that runs through your hand and then your arm afterwards. It's pleasant.
Nice.
I take
You note
them,
that you're
yeah.
missing some arm hair.
Totally worth it.
So, Carrick, are you a mage now or something? What's with the fire?
Oh, you know, it's a harmless sword that that I got in the deal with what's his name? You know, the evil devil that's following us and trying to murder us.
Ah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Of course.
Don't say his name. We probably shouldn't say his name anymore.
I meant Theodorus, the
Oh.
A
alchemist.
lovable musician.
Right.
That one
Puzzle.
place we visited, for sure. And I'm gonna look around, kind of like.
Nailed it!
Wow.
Right.
Let's move.
And it definitely doesn't talk to me, so
Wait.
just that's
We
the
could-
best part.
How many rations can we get off the snake?
Oh.
Already cooked.
It tastes like chicken, so...
Tastes like
Well,
chicken.
we'll carry over your fairly good survival roll. You could probably gather about 20 rations worth off of this snake's body. It's very
Holy
large,
shitballs.
and there's
Throw those into my
many steaks to
inventory.
harvest from it. It's apparent that it's been eating very well in the last while.
Make prime rib, boys.
Do you guys want to take the couple of hours to like dress up this meat and everything?
Holy shit, no.
Yeah.
Because butchering
Yes.
a creature doesn't happen in 2 seconds.
I don't know.
yeah.
I played Red Dead Redemption.
Right?
True,
That
I
was
did
pretty
too.
quick.
You can... Can't wait for that to come out.
Oh, is there another
Aldrin,
one?
why don't you just drag
Red
it
Dead
with
2.
you?
Oof.
It's like a prequel sort of thing.
Okay,
You-
on the lookout.
Can't drag the snake.
Why not?
Well, look, Lotho, look, I appreciate everything you're doing and all, but I'm fucking tired of good berries. Like, they're just driving me crazy. I always feel hungry somehow. I think it could be worth just hanging around for a bit, and
Let's
I
put
could try to
this to a
see
vote.
if there's some kind of layer the snake has. Maybe, you know, if it's killed more things, maybe it's got armor in there. I don't know. It might be worth looking around.
I'm willing to gut the bastard. Just think of how much it was a dick.
What's the worst that can happen, Lotho?
Oh, so much.
Veth, what do you think? Come on. Tiebreaker time.
Come on, man. That's a lot of meat to go to waste.
That's. I have to agree with Carrick. I'm sorry. I'm fucking hungry.
I mean, I guess at least we're not just killing it and leaving.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. The wood elves are gonna see that we're and I'm gonna kinda like try to just
Watch it be the
we're,
elder's pet.
we're recycling it, right? And using all the pieces and stuff and gonna make necklaces out of its fangs and whatever the fuck. I'm just so hungry.
I'm just bouncing around and my head is on a swivel, only half paying attention to what anybody's saying to me at this point. Just so afraid that we fucked up already.
Oh come on, this guy was a dick, Lotho. Don't look so concerned.
Look, just do it.
Do it.
I'm
I-
gonna
I've already
willing
been
to gut this
outvoted,
bastard.
so
I'm gonna attempt to climb up the tree and try to get some high ground and survey the area while they do it.
I'll help.
Okay.
Aldrin, cut it up. Dress
Alright.
it.
Do this, man.
So the
Aldrin's
two of you
gonna
go
tear
ahead
that.
and start to tear this thing apart with your blades and your axes and all. It's not terribly difficult, but it is a bit of a time-consuming process. And Carrick, you make your way up into the tree to go and get a lookout to see if anything happens here. Are you like doing a lookout on the ground, Lotho, or what's up?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just keep an eye out.
Okay. You get a little bit into this ordeal, maybe about 20 minutes or so, and you've collected about 5 rations. So go ahead and add that to your inventory, 5 snake rations.
You want to take those, or do you want me to take them?
You got him.
Okay.
When there's a
So
mild
we are
interruption,
To 34. Sorry.
some sort of creature lurks off in the distance, and it's making an
Oh, it's
attempt
me.
to move through the underbrush, and its form is concealed, but it makes little attempt to really mask any of its sound, and so all of you hear it as it comes towards you, but cannot really make out what it is immediately. Lotho and Carrick, I'd like you to both roll a perception check, but Carrick, do so with advantage from your height bonus here.
Yo, can I roll a
Solid
perception check
7.
on you taking the monster manual out?
Oh yeah, I'm just deciding what fun is coming towards you, because the Elfwood Forest has like so many things that I can throw in your direction.
I'm like all that Aldrin's thinking. If
Alright.
he ever saw
That'll
is
be
like
a
more meat.
17 for me. With
I got a
advantage.
7,
17.
Beautiful.
as I am short and on the ground.
Okay, you see what appears to be some sort of strange creature that looks vaguely humanoid with both legs and arms, though its form is rather bulbous, almost, like a person that's gorged themselves too much. But in the place of where you would see perhaps a human face, there's something else. It's almost insect-like. The creature has a dark coloration to it, like a deep blue or a deep purple, and it's not alone. There's 2 of them. No, 3, and they're moving in like a little group, and they're watching, occasionally peering their head above bushes, staring at your group. You see one of them scurries up a tree, and it does so without any handholds. Like, it just runs up the side of its trunk and then disappears. You guys are all over at about, let's see, Verth and Aldrin, you would be about here, and Lotho would be watching over here, maybe. The creatures are roughly about over here right now. What do you want to do?
Tuesday.
Lotho, you just see like a brief moment where one of their heads kind of pokes up and then disappears back into there. It seems that your friends who are currently butchering the creature have paused for a second and looked over. They hear it as well.
Guys, I think we might have some company.
More meat?
Nope. Not the look of these bastards.
I could spit roast them.
And I'm going to make it very visible that I'm taking my hand crossbow out, my 1 remaining. They gave me either one away.
It got you into Nomentar, so...
Yeah, with a health potion. What's up?
How many are there?
3.
Well,
I only saw
we don't
one,
really
so-
need all this meat. The meat's what they're after. We can just be on our way.
Actually, a good call. Maybe we should just back off.
Are you guys saying that table talk or in person? Sorry.
In person.
Yeah. Same.
Guys, if they're not here for the meat, we're giving up a pretty good spot. At least I am. Are you sure?
Just
Know
back
if they've
off.
even noticed you?
Pretty sure they have. Can I insight check that?
Insight check which?
To see if they know that we're here or if they're just coming in our direction.
Oh, please do.
1 did run up a tree.
Hey,
Going out to a point to look
I
for
take from the rich and give to the needy. Okay, 16.
16. You are fairly certain that this group knows that you're there, and they're watching your every move.
Guys, they're looking at us.
Birth. Chuck a chunk of the snake over in their direction. See what happens.
Lotho, excellent
They're
idea.
just gonna devour it.
I'll step up between Lotho and Aldrin with a chunk of meat, kind of putting my hand forward to like try to get Lotho kind of behind me, and then I'll take my other hand and toss a chunk of meat.
Okay, so you take a moment grabbing some meat and throw it in their direction. And what happens is a little bit odd. As it strikes the bush over there and disappears into it, you see these 3 creatures immediately run off in the opposite direction, and they all just abandon their pursuit of your group. And you note that the meat like rolls out of the bush. They don't even take it. They just run into the foliage and disappear. You can see as they continue to escape further and further.
Bit skittish.
That was surprising.
They might
Must
have
be
thought that they were a
vegetarians.
bit stealthier than they thought. That makes
Perhaps.
sense.
Anybody else get the feeling that they'll be back and in greater numbers?
It's possible.
Best not
Either
stay
that,
long.
or we're thinking too much. They could just be vegetarians.
I say
Alright,
we're
I'll
You
moving.
would go with that. but
Aldrin,
You guys got any avocado over there?
I had to say I agreed with you on the snake steaks, but
Can I have
we
some
do have
salad with balsamic dressing?
with the chickpeas and the sesame seeds.
A whiny vegan voice comes out from the bush.
I need protein.
Wait, chicken parmesan isn't vegan?
Right. But yes. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna have to go with Lotho's wisdom on this one.
Pack up. Leave.
Yeah, I say we take
snake.
what we got and get
Yep.
going.
Let's go.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye out while they do that.
So, let's take a look at the map for a second. guys are... yes. Okay, what direction are you going to travel in? Because, if I remember correctly, the Dagorile told you that while you were permitted to be in the forests, Feniston was off limits, and unless you're
That's right.
supposed to be there, you shouldn't be there. So you guys could travel here and then, like, go to the road. I thought that was one plan. You could also go, like, that way, or maybe, like, across the field, or, like, a straight one and strafe around the town. I don't remember exactly what you had chosen. What's the plan here?
I think Lotho suggested that we skirt the forest for now, so we at least have Novaria within, not eyesight obviously, but we kind of know where Novaria is. And once we've skirted a bit along here without going too deep into the forest, we hit the road, ask about the shrine, see if we can get any intel on it, and see if we can do some trading without going into Feniston, and then finally go in. So it'd be like this.
Yeah,
Okay.
theorizing that there's got to be some trade routes going into the
Yeah,
only
that
city
was-
in this area.
Yeah, that was an assumption we had.
Okay, let's see how that goes then.
Awful.
Like the Lord of Mount Doom from Lord of the Rings.
We shall see what the dice say.
I say we.
Okay. Your first day of travel goes uninterrupted, and the daytime wandering through the forest is much like what it would be like in human lands. You hear the sounds of creatures off in the distance, and snowflakes occasionally tumble from the upper tree canopy. But the weather in here is quite mild compared to the rest of the world that you've been going through. And when you set down for camp, through your night watch rotations, there are strange noises that you hear, but nothing seems to come at you during the night, and so you manage to actually wake up fairly well rested the next day. So you guys are about here. Let's see. During the next day's travel, however, I need all of you to roll a perception check for me.
Not to be that guy, but are we at disadvantage because some of us are blinded?
Nope, you are okay.
19.
Oh, that was gonna be a 20.
19.
A 4, a 19,
A 10?
10. Okay.
19 too.
Did anybody get under a 10?
Oh shit, I don't think we did.
I got a 10.
Rolling with fire today.
God damn.
While you're traveling along, you notice something. It's rather early in the morning. It's only been about an hour since you started to go, when you realize there's something up ahead. You're the first to spot it, Carrick, but as the group gets closer, it comes into view for them as well. There is a solid wall of spiderweb that blocks your path up ahead.
Fuck.
At first, it's difficult to see, but then, just with the way that the light sort of glistens on it, you can see that there are strands that move from one tree to another tree, to another tree, to another tree, and they crisscross for quite some while. And as you guys stare out and look at it, you can see that it extends almost infinitely. For you, Carrick, because you have the most vision, you can see that it goes like in almost like a semicircle, like off to the left it curves, and then off to the right it curves. For the rest of you who have like smaller cones of vision or like ultimate sight, you guys can't even see the end of it. Like it just keeps going. What do you guys want to do?
Does it curve inward, like it's a circle amongst itself, or does it curve outward, as in it's like trapping us on either side?
The latter. So as you come up towards it, it's difficult for all of you to see because of your sight, but it's like just a crisscrossing of all these different bits, and it goes roughly in a shape like this.
I've seen this on TV before.
Lovely.
Hole in the wall.
Is it watching The Hobbit?
Saying that in Table Talk. Guys, we should invent electricity in this world and then strew Albert Einstein? No, can't remember who.
What?
No.
You're
Thomas
right,
Edison?
Aldrin.
Ben Franklin?
Yeah, Ben Franklin, that's his name. You
Um,
know, the guy that's on the $100 bill.
Lotho,
Yeah.
do you ever see anything like this before?
I don't think so.
Such a long week.
Have I ever seen anything like this before?
Oh. What do you have for your intelligence skills?
Let's see. Proficiencies?
Mm-hmm.
Or just a general, nature and religion.
Make a nature check for me. Maybe there's insight here that you got. Oh,
That was a
shit!
natural 20.
Yeah,
Damn.
there is today. Okay.
Hot-blooded!
Money.
Got a fever. You actually, for a brief moment here staring at this, you note something. The web isn't spun to create like a spider web, so it rules out giant spiders. In fact, you're fairly certain you know what this is. A long time ago, your mentor had taught you a few things about the different creatures in the world, some of the fae, some of the beasts, things like that. And one of the ones that you were taught of was a creature known as an ettercap. An ettercap fits very much what you had seen the other day, though it hadn't dawned on you until now. They're strange, monstrous creatures that wander throughout the woods, sometimes through other areas, and they often catch things in their web, which they spin sporadically all throughout the place. And it seems here that the group that you had seen previously is not quite finished with you.
So, would I know if they, like, constantly survey their webs, kind of like a spider where it sits in the middle, or if they just, like, check back periodically?
Oh, with your roll of 20, you know absolutely, according to what your mentor had said, that to pluck the web or disturb it in any way would be to alert them immediately.
Basically.
Okay. So, yeah, this is, those big bug things we saw yesterday. This is their doing. If we so much as touch this, or do anything to make any sort of vibrations or whatever in it, they're gonna know that we're here.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe you guys can't see it, but the way they've set this web up seems like a trap, and it seems like they already know where we were going. And I immediately am gonna scan the edges of the web,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna start looking from where we came, and I'm gonna try to see if I can... You know what? Before I do that, are there any trees near me?
Plenty.
Okay. Can I don't want to climb too high, but just getting maybe 5 or 10 feet off the ground, I'd like to climb up, and then just kind of hanging off of it with one arm, I want to survey the areas, the edges of the web, and kind of focusing in then on the center, and I want to just make sure our flanks are secure.
I'm gonna make
like
sure-
use an elevated position to see maybe where the web goes.
Yeah, and see if there's the web doesn't really concern me all that much. I'm thinking they're trapping us, so I'm looking for the ettercaps. I want to see if
if some are near.
yeah, or they're skulking, or if they're waiting for us.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, Verth, what are you up to?
Making sure are you short people are like in next to me.
Oh, like you pull them close?
Yep.
Okay.
My head is on a
Like Mama
swivel.
Bear.
All right. I'd like you to go ahead and make an acrobatics check for me, please, Carrick.
Oh, sure.
Since this is a time-intensive thing.
Yeah, it's a 6.
6?
Really? Yeah, it's a 6.
Like plus 6, you mean?
Oh, plus 6. Yeah, 17. My bad.
Okay. I was like, you rolled an 11 and you got a 6. The world's
Right,
best
so-
rogue. Okay.
17.
with a swift spin and a bit of a flip, you end up on the tree here and start scaling it rather rapidly. It's a little difficult at first, but you're getting used to these slightly larger trees that are very common in Nomentar. And as you get up towards this peak of the tree and look around, I'd like you to make a perception check to see if you can find any of these creatures.
Sure. Oh, sweet mother of God. Thank you, dice gods. That's 20.
You can see that there are most certainly Ettercaps near. You note that they rest in the treetops that are midway through this wall of web. And you can see at least 2 or 3 of them, you think, over in different canopies off in the distance.
From where we came?
No, further ahead. If you look back from where you came, with that roll of 20, you notice something. It's difficult to see at first, but if you concentrate, you're able to see the thin strands that go around, and they form an even further section of circle. You're not sure because you can't see the very end of it, but you fear that you're entirely enclosed by it.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna look down. Guys, yeah, that way isn't their territory. I think we're already in it. Yeah, I'm seeing the edges that we came from closing in, and I've already spotted some of them over there and there. Guys, they're in the trees right now. I don't know what we should do.
Let's set it on fire.
Jesus!
Oh.
No.
We want to piss off every resident of this. Okay, you know what? I mean, I'm not gonna strike it out because how many am I seeing right now? How many am I seeing? How many Ettercaps did I spot?
At least 2, maybe 3. Though looking at them, you're not sure if they notice you or if they're kind of just perched in their areas and paying attention to other things.
Right. Spotted at least 3 so far, guys. And if Lotho, if what you say is true, and these webs are kind of alarm systems, I'm seeing thin strands kind of all over the place. They might already know we're here.
I say we retrace our steps back, go around.
What if I make us... What if I throw down Pass Without a Trace? We kind of disturb a further section of this, like with our range sort of stuff. Anybody with range, just like kind of throw stuff at the far side, and then make our way, like kind of like attack 3 different points at once almost. So they don't really know exactly where we are, and then... How many do you see?
That could work. I've only seen 3 thus far, but I mean, I've only quickly glanced. Here's the thing, Lotho, that I'm worried about. If you use something like that and you expend some of your energy for the day, if they already know we're here and they've trapped us in essentially what is a cone, then all we're going to do is rile them up, and you're out of a spell, and it's done nothing for us. So if you think that's the right course of action, I'm behind you, buddy. I'll throw some rocks in a few directions. Berth and Aldrin's arms, I'm sure, are quite good, and we can make a break for it. But if we start running, I know with the strands there might be some tripwires that we hit, and then they'll know right away it's a ruse. And if not, I'm not sure. Lotho, honestly, it's your call.
Are you still in the tree right now?
Yeah,
I'm
just
okay.
10 feet high.
Okay.
Not too high.
How high is this wall? Is it like, can we like get like pass through a tree? Is it super thick or something like that? Maybe sneak by them?
Interesting. From your vantage point, you can see something. Carrick, it looks like the upper tops of the trees don't have strands connecting them. It might be possible to use the treetops as a way past this web. However, if you were to climb in a tree, that might set off the webs anyway, but...
Right.
But it does look like maybe you could avoid being tangled in them.
Lotho, I think I could do it. What worries me is Aldrin and Verth.
Mm-hmm.
They're not exactly the most graceful. of the two. I mean, you guys are more likely to chop
Excuse
trees
me.
down than
Savage
scale them.
this.
What's the area that we're in look like? Is it just like a huge cluster of trees, or is there a small clearing or something like that?
Yeah, so it's just trees here and there and bushes and everything. You're in the thick of it.
So very low vantage point. Feels like we only have one real option here. I mean, we kind of know where they are, and we know that we're not going to get away from them. Maybe we hunker down and just see how we can do.
Why don't we just retrace our steps and go around?
Sure. I mean, worst case, we fight them, but at least we fight them further away from the web than we are now.
True.
And Lotho, you can put down Pass Without a Trace, and I mean, maybe we get lucky. Who knows?
Where's the shot, anyways?
So
I
you're
mean,
gonna go
oh-
back a few hours and go check like the opposite direction.
I'll be honest with you, Lotho. They might not even have spotted us yet. I mean, I've seen them, but I can't guarantee that they saw us. So if we haven't triggered the alarm system yet, we might get around it. And yeah, Aleutian, traveling back and spending
Well,
the time.
I'm all for not disturbing this place any more than we already have. So
Because, guys, I'll be honest with you, we have no idea what's going to be in that cave up north, and the last thing I need right now is Birth, Aldrin, or you, Lotho, getting fucking downed or whatever in the middle of a forest surrounded by things that want to fucking eat us. Like,
Yeah.
no bueno.
no,
So
I
some-
hear you.
I'm down to skip out on these other caps.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see if we can escape.
So
I'll throw down
you-
Pass Without a Trace.
Oh, you're gonna use path. Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
So everybody, please go ahead and roll that stealth check.
Plus
Probably
10,
gonna be
baby.
Okay, as long as you don't roll.
Oh.
too low.
Watch Aldrin failing.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay,
13 for Lotho.
33.
Ooh.
Wow.
Aldrin got a 1.
Plus 10.
What? No, you got it. Oh,
Oh,
okay. You got
11.
a not a natural
25.
one. Okay.
Yeah, not a nat 1. I got a 2.
Let's see here.
Maybe
I've got a
I
minus
give
1,
5 stealth
so.
to each of them.
There's only so much Pass Without a Trace can do.
I give 5 stealth to each of them.
Okay. So you begin to retrace your steps. Going backwards, you try to see if maybe there's a way out of this. And by the time that you get back towards where your camp is, or the remnants of your little fire and everything happen to be, it looks like you've escaped the web.
Oh. That was easier than I thought.
I'd like all of you to please roll perception.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
15.
Ah!
15.
Better than it was.
Nope. Wait,
Alright.
14 maybe.
I gotta re-roll because I kind of just clicked my die and it did that.
13.
Oh, I got the
Fif-
same thing anyway, so we're good.
15 for me.
13.
Perception. This is 12.
Okay.
Nice.
As you guys look around, however, you note something. Your group is still being watched, and off in a distant treetop, there is an ettercap, which currently has its black, beady eyes fixed on you. As you kind of look around and your group makes a brief note of it, it quickly scurries behind the other side of the tree, similar to how like a squirrel might move around to the other side of like a large tree trunk to avoid being seen.
Fuck off!
Wait, what is it?
I echo it. I echo exactly what he says. Fuck off!
What is it? My mic started talking to me.
Oh, Verth told them to go fuck themselves, and I said the same thing.
Nope. What?
Oh, what happened? The Ettercaps are watching us right now, but
Mhm.
they're being
They're
skittish
caps.
little
Okay.
assholes. Yeah.
I say we travel.
Yeah.
If we were going like, let's say, north,
Yeah, you were traveling
northeast.
in the diagonal like this.
and how about we go like northwest, just for the day, and then cut back east.
You know, I hate
Next
to say it, but even if we don't go into Finesse, then it might be safer around Major City in Nomentar. I'm sure it'll be guarded by wood elves, and then we can just hit the main road without going inside of the city itself.
I think that's a good idea.
I mean, if we're looking for protection, we're not going in the right direction, right? We're just kind of sticking to the wilds, which has its advantages in the sense that we're closer to Noveria, but we don't want to be in Noveria. Theo has a hard-on for us over there, so I figure we go nearby Finestin. We try to respect the desires of the Guardians that we ran into, right? We don't want to bring Theo directly into the heart of Nomentar, but maybe just using it as a point of reference, we can circle around, hit the road, and go to the shrine. Just a suggestion.
Let's go.
I'm in agreement. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Alright.
Your travel up towards the north there actually takes you in a direction where there's no more web, and you get to finish your day without any more interruptions, getting to about here before camping.
Nice.
Do you folks have anything you want to do before the next day of travel?
I'll prop up my shield door, the symbol of Eridan again,
Nice.
and then I'll pass out.
Okay.
Eric, do you want to scramble up a tree and see if there are any followers?
I can, provided that you start a small fire and cook some of those snake steaks. I am fucking hungry right now.
Those of you who are doing the check, like Lotho, you said you were going to look to see if you're being followed. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
I'm just thinking about that food right now.
Gotta have
15 again.
15? Okay.
Yep.
Can I just want to keep an eye out for like shady tree shit, because that's kind of spooky.
This is true.
Like
shady tree shit, as it were.
I don't want our little ones to get pulled away.
Roll a check for shady tree shit.
Okay. Off
You have
in the
proficiency.
distance, far. Oh wait, sorry. How much? What's your
60
view range?
feet.
60 feet. Oh, okay. So you don't get very far there.
Ooh.
You note something, that there's traces of web here and there that seem unnatural and not spun by spiders in different spots throughout this forest, even though you're traveling north. It's nothing like that wall, that strand wall that you had seen before, but it's possible that those creatures have been here before. You don't see any of them following you. No, it's definitely possible that you've lost them, or perhaps they've lost interest or something.
Guys, there's still some webs around, so I think it's worth definitely being cautious and keeping our eyes out, but I think we'll be okay for now.
Yeah, I can do that. Just cook the steak, and I'll use my eyes or whatever.
Are you guys gonna cook up a meal and camp for the night?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and subtract 4 of those snake rations,
Alright.
and everybody gets a meal that's finally not good berries. It's you forget what food tastes like after a few days of not eating, and boy, is it beautiful.
Down to 30 rations.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna do something interesting, guys. I'm not gonna sleep tonight,
Uh-oh.
and I am going to strictly stay on watch. And what I want to do is circle around the camp, maybe at a 15-foot radius. I want to make sure no webs are being set up to trap us overnight.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
I wanna. How many torches do you have, Aldrin, Verth, and Lotho?
El Zilcho.
I have quite a
Zilch.
few left, actually.
Yeah.
Got 8.
You have 8. Okay. Can I take those?
Yep.
Okay. So
They're
what
all
I want to
yours, buddy.
do is I'm gonna set up and make sure there's no brush or flammable materials around them. I'm gonna set up a massive circle using 8+. Let's see if I have any. I don't have any torches actually. So using the 8, I'm gonna try to just set up a circular perimeter around the camp with the torches aflame.
Okay.
And I'm gonna patrol them, making sure that they stay lit, and replenishing them with whatever material or oil I need to.
Interesting. Okay, I think a torch burns for at least a few hours before it has to go out.
Cool.
So you could probably do that. You might go through a second set throughout the night, I would say, but otherwise you should be good.
Okay.
So, taking these torches, you go and set out a circle around the camp, and I'd like you to go ahead and make for me a perception roll first, while everybody is asleep here in the evening.
Oh! You dirty oh.
That was close to
20. That's a 14.
14? Okay. The other one I want you to do is roll for me a Constitution saving throw to see if you can stave off exhaustion from being up all night.
Sure. Oh, yes. 18.
18. Okay. While you manage to stay up through the night here, you start to get a little drowsy, but given how pressing the situation is, you manage to stave off this level of exhaustion, so you're okay. You are good to go the next day, and there's no interruption. You don't see any trace of the Ettercaps during the night. Everybody wakes up just fine. You do, however, lose, I would say, 6 of those 8 torches.
Sure. Okay. And I'll give 2 back to Aldrin.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna just rub my eyes and ask, I guess. Wait, do I have trance as a half elf? I don't, eh?
No.
I think it's only full elves that have it. Okay.
I think so, yeah. I might be wrong, because I don't
I'm gonna
actually
operate
play
under the
half-elf.
assumption that I don't have it.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I don't.
I'll plunder through the book here while you do that.
Right. So I think, and I'm gonna kind of be visibly jumbled and just kind of sleep fucked, but I think we're kind of okay. I made sure you guys were all right for the night. I wanted to make sure you were rested up. So, I don't think they had the opportunity to set up a trap around us. So I think if we head west for a good while and then head north, we should be out of the range. I hope.
Yeah, I mean, we can still pick up the, I guess we can't pick up the road, but, we could always hit that field and our way back to it anyways.
Right, exactly. I mean, we can circle around Fenestan. Fenestan will at least be a safe bastion, I hope. And then, we can go to the road, ask for followers of Eridan about the shrine, probably find out it's infested by something and, you know, want to fucking die, but whatever. At least we have to get some intel, and I'll be like squinting my eyes, kind of super tired right now, but powering through it.
Okay. So you're gonna do one more day's travel north.
Yeah, and try and skirt.
West?
West.
Directly
Yeah.
west?
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
because,
northwest, west.
Okay.
Yeah, northwest, because if I'm not mistaken, this is where the Ettercaps were,
Yep.
right? Okay, yeah, so we want to head kind of away from them towards Fenestan. Yeah.
Oh, west. I'm sorry. Were we going east?
We were heading northeast, and that we ran into Ettercaps,
Yeah.
and then we had to head back southwest to get out of the Ettercaps, and now we're heading northwest to circle around it and try to get to Fenestan.
Yeah, that's fine.
You make another day travel, and as you're going along, everybody notices, well, those who watch the ground and all that, the evidence of spider webs starts to wane. And by the time that you've camped, after many hours of wandering through the forest, it seems as though those troubles may finally be behind you. But there is an interruption. Do you guys watch order just the same way that your names are laid out?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it that
That's
way.
fine.
It's really early on in the watch, and Carrick, you're the first one to take this. Everybody's starting to doze off, and the campfire is little more than just a hotbed of coals. As you sit next to it, you hear something. There's a footstep on the ground and a twig which snaps, and somebody speaks in Elvish in a hushed tone, and you can hear what sounds like a soft-spoken man who in Elvish says, "Greetings."
And I'm gonna just let that sit for a moment and respond. Who are you?
Eyes in the forest, friend. I mean you no harm.
While I'd like to believe that, a lot of things seem to mean us harm out here. So you'll forgive my pessimism, if you want to call it that. Come out.
You think you hear a brief snicker, and then the voice says, "My men already surround you. I watch every twitch and move that you make. If I wanted you dead, you would no longer breathe. Your group is being pursued by a group of Ettercaps. Not cease until they have you. Be careful on your travels."
Do you have any suggestions?
Watch your step. Be careful. I don't know where you travel, but they can track you for quite some distance. There's a chance that unless you intend to take the field or the long road, that they'll continue to follow you as far as they can.
And I'm gonna kind of visibly just put my hands up. Not like in a crazy, like, I'm under arrest way, but just kind of shoulder height, just to show that, you know, I'm not trying to alert anyone, and I'm going to move forward towards the voice. And just a few steps and be like, mind if I ask you just a couple of quick questions before you go?
You go to do this, but your questions are unanswered, and your statement as well garners no response as you kind of like turn around from your spot where you're watching and go to face the voice and step in its direction. You don't see anybody there, and the forest is silent.
That is fucking swagalicious. He cracked that twig on purpose, probably, just as like a friendly, like, hey guy, I've been stalking you this whole time.
Just so that you're not over spooked.
Exactly. Hello?
There's no response as you call out for this voice.
Batman. What Commissioner Gordon feels like.
He doesn't even leave behind his hockey pad.
How long have we been sleeping? Almost nothing, right? I'm the first one to watch.
Yeah, so it's been like 2 hours into your rest, maybe at max.
Okay, when I'll just kind of acknowledge that, and when I go to wake up Aldrin, I'm gonna tell him, and I'm gonna ask him to let Lotho know on his watch.
Oh, tell him what, that there's Ettercaps still?
They're kind of like banana phone it down the line, so I'm gonna tell Aldrin when he wakes up Lotho will tell him, and then Lotho when he wakes up Verth will tell him.
By the time Verth gets the message, it'll just be like, what do you mean we're being stalked by Nutella demons?
Oh, that drunk Aldrin.
Okay, alright, so you go ahead and tell him,
Yeah,
and then
blame Aldrin.
eventually go to sleep. And by the time that the next day rolls around, you all have to wake up a little bit later to get your long rest, but you do get it, and the message is passed across, and you all wake the next day. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
Sorry, this is probably my bad. I don't know if you'll be able to help me with this, but when he said the Ettercaps will pursue you probably until you get to the road, he said?
Oh, he said until you take the field or the long road.
The long road. Fucking elves, dude. This is why Carrick went away from them. They're cryptic assholes. They live 1,000 years, so they don't give a fuck about, like...
Just give me a
common
fucking
sense.
address! Do you guys use GPS? No? Fuck!
The field, which we know what the field is, I think, and the long road must be this bad boy. So, if we get out of the woods, the other caps might not follow us, but unfortunately we can't really do that. Okay. Anyways, everyone knows about the other caps now, so I guess we'll just move forward and be on guard and go through Fineston. I guess we want to go this way, guys?
Sure.
Yeah. Whichever way is like the quickest out of the woods.
Or do we want to go to the left of Fineston? That way the other caps have to go all the way around.
It
Or
almost seems like either way is going to be about the
or
same
we
distance.
fight them.
We could.
Oh,
We could fucking, like, square up and be like, yo, what's up, bitch?
Let's set a trap for them.
Going for the slaughter.
We'll put out a tasty dwarf as bait.
It worked before. I mean, that wasn't bait.
Cough, cough.
Aldrin's ready for more meat.
Yeah, Did you say that in person, Birth?
Yeah.
The trap thing? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
Sick of being chased.
And you know, I don't want to abuse our friends up north here, but as you all know, I got visited by a creepy voice in the night. I think if we were to set a trap near Fineston, if these things did have the courage to come up at us, we might be able to get some allies in that fight.
Yeah, those eaten cats won't stand a chance.
Yes, definitely. What you have in mind, Vert? I mean, every time we even cough, they skitter away like a bunch of bitches.
I'm thinking a giant Greek salad with Aldrin right on top.
Oh, we don't know the vegetarians. Fuck. Come
Well,
on.
they ignored the snake meat.
Well, I mean, it could just be that we scared the shit out of them.
Oh yeah, watching our every move, and we scared
I
the
mean,
shit out of
they're
them by throwing a
definite-
piece of meat at them.
They're definitely smarter than you know, your average just runt in the forest. They've been trying to set traps, and they have sophisticated lines that communicate to them where we are. I mean, these are clever things. So I think they're gonna try to strike us like filthy heathens in the night, probably. I mean, it's probably going to be on their terms if they engage us. So I like the idea of a trap. I just don't know
What
if we'll
time
be able
was
to
it
get
when
them
we
in
were
the trap.
cutting up the snakes?
What
Roughly.
time was it?
Like,
I think
not
it
like
was-
exactly, but during the day.
It was probably roughly like afternoon.
They started coming at us during the day there when we were just kind of sitting around. So maybe we just like scout out the most advantageous spot, like where we can kind of more, rather than just like trees all around, and maybe just wait, knowing that they're coming.
Well, if we
Like set
do
up
that,
a trap and stuff like that, but
But if we do that, what's going to end up happening, I think, that they're going to set up those bloody walls again. And if we wait too long, we're going to be in a circle that we're not going to be able to escape from. We're going to be able to go in and out over the top of the web and get as many reinforcements as they need. And even if it's through a war of attrition, short of burning the whole bloody forest down and getting shot in the head, in the ass, head, whatever, by the wood elves, I don't think we're going to win that fight. That's the thing, is I figure if we can get to the main road northeast of Fineston, we might be able to get suggestions as to what to do against these things. Right now, we're assuming a trap works, but we might just find ourselves in a trap of their own.
yeah, we're trying to trap those that trap.
Exactly. And I'm assuming they're better at it than we are. They know these woods. And if they're able to survive amongst wood elves, I mean, unless the wood elves are running some kind of reservation for the Ettercaps. I have to assume the Ettercaps know how to elude even the Wood Elves, which means, you know, these fuckers came up and surrounded us in the night, and I didn't even know they were there. And I'm pretty sure the guy just cracked a twig for courtesy. So, if they can't kill Ettercaps, then I think the Ettercaps are going to outsmart and outstealth us at every turn. I think we're going to need more help than just a random trap in the middle of the woods, hoping that it'll suffice.
Then how about we just keep moving?
Mm.
If they choose to attack us, we'll fight them.
Oh, absolutely. I'm
If
all about that.
if they just plan to follow us and just jerk off the whole time, I don't see.
How about we just recklessly move forward? If they try to square us up, like Veth said, we'll cut them down, and we're not going to try to be overly cautious. There's no point in wasting our time. These things are kind of skittish, right? So let's just, like Veth said, just move forward, ignore them, and if they come at us, they come at us.
Alright.
Don't need to waste time.
Exactly.
So the group is going to travel, what, northeast now?
To
or
Fineston.
straight north and then over? To Fineston, okay. Let's see how that goes. Interesting. Okay. The day is without interruption, and another full day's worth of travel, you're able to get close to where Fineston should be on the map, and the Ettercaps don't make themselves known at all. If they are following you, you don't notice them, and you don't see any sign of web as you get closer to Fineston. Now, according to your map, it should be rather close, and would likely be maybe a few hours travel through the forest to get to it. However, you haven't seen any evidence of it yet. On this next day here, after a full night's rest, do you actually want to try and get to Fineston, or continue to go with the directions the elves had given you and just pass by it and head towards the long road over there?
Probably just skirt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to tempt fate with those motherfuckers.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see here.
Yeah, fucking tree raped Evil Dead style again, man. I'm like just not about that life.
You pass by Fineston. There's no sign of elves despite your proximity, and you eventually get towards a rather beautiful and strange sight. The forest begins to peel back, and gradually tops of the trees and the shade that they cast down upon the forest floor becomes more and more sparse as light makes its way in, and snowflakes begin to be seen tumbling about ever so gently from up above. And there it is in front of you. As the foliage parts, you can see two incredibly large white pillars that stand almost as if on guard of either side of a long cobblestone road that runs out into a field of grasses. The grass comes up about 2 feet, and the cobblestone is the same color as these two large pillars. It's like a bleached white stone that has weathering on it as though it must be very old, but it has a certain light and brilliance to it. And the road winds out into the field and goes off incredibly far into the distance. There is a dull and constant wind which seems to blow throughout this field, and you can see that the grass moves and sway to its tune. What do you folks want to do? It's late, and you get to see this beautiful sight, but just as the sun is off in the distance setting. Do you want to camp here in front of the road? Do you want to go onto the road, stay in the forest? What's up?
You guys?
Kind of reluctant to sleep out in the open.
Camp at the edge.
Yeah, I would be more comfortable.
To him.
especially if the Ettercaps are gonna leave us alone if we go into the field. Any cover that we can get, I think, would be helpful.
Interesting.
Any
Okay.
sort of prying eyes. Of course, we do have the shroud.
Being so cautious, I love it. It's got like, we're gonna get to the shrine and just get completely ass fucked.
Right?
Or they're gonna be like, "What took you so long?"
Yeah, it's like, what? Ettercaps are bothering you? Oh god, are these the people we chose?
So you guys go to rest for the evening, and you set up camp outside of this when you're fast asleep here. I need a perception check from you, please, Aldrin.
Alright.
What's your total vision, Aldrin?
I think it's shit.
It's 30, right?
30, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. 30 feet.
Oh, but you got ears!
What is this? Perception?
Perception.
Okay, so I got a 14 plus 18.
Okay. You're fast asleep, and your group is fast asleep, and you're doing your night watch, and you've been up for just a little bit. And while you're waiting there, you're trying to pay attention to the corners of the forest, but because of the horrible shroud that you've ingested, your vision is not very good, and you can't see anything more than a blur past about 30 feet. And as you look out towards the forest and its dark shapes throughout the night, you don't see anything. There's just starlight that kind of comes down, and a little bit of ambient light that comes off of what remains from the campfire. And then you hear something. There's a scream in the forest, and I need everybody to please roll initiative.
Mm.
Beautiful.
Show me the money!
Damn.
Oh, that is not the money. That is definitely not the money. Ever since Lotho pointed out to just drop the thing when the shadow's over the number, it's changed my life. Thank you.
So helpful.
I got shit on.
Oh, damn.
Yo, this, and we're suddenly in Ravenloft. God damn it!
Someone's been shooting up those roids.
Get the fuck out.
Connor's not dead yet. You died last night, kid. Oh, goodness. Okay. The scream that all of you wake to is that of Lotho, and Lotho, you're attacked in the middle of the night here.
Awesome.
Lotho!
Let's see here. Goodness. Goodness.
Why is my guy acting like a rigid asshole?
There's a bug that happened recently with the thing, that's why it's doing that. Lotho, you take 6 points of damage and awake to being not only like horribly awoken by something, but you realize that you're being strangled. It's the first thing that your senses are able to pick up, and it's it's like there's a noose around your neck, and you can feel a sticky substance that currently binds your skin there and constricts your ability to breathe. And you guys all wake to hear like a strained scream that comes from Lotho before he's dragged across the ground, kicking and screaming here into the bush.
I dash so fast.
And let's see here. You're first to move, Verth, on the initiative. It's clear that something's happened. You're able to see with what dim light there is from the stars that Lotho was dragged away into the bush here, but you can't immediately see any of your enemies. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna take my great axe.
Okay.
Nobody takes my little buddy. I'm gonna rage.
They touched the little ones.
And I'm gonna go chasing it after him.
Okay. So as you get into the bush, you're able to... Oh, wait, do we not have the thing?
No, I had it, sorry.
There should be the, what's it called? Here, put your guy... Oh, no, it does work? Okay.
Yeah, it works.
There we go. As you get to the bush, you can see that there's a creature right here that currently is looking over him. We'll use this little zombie-like one.
No. Why the zombie?
Does it look like an Eder cat?
Yes.
Alright.
It's not alone, and you can see scurrying over in this side of the bush here. Go ahead and roll for me a perception check at disadvantage, because it's the nighttime.
1...
Ooh.
18, so that's 19, and a 13.
Okay, pretty good. You can see 3 of them all huddled together over here.
Okay. I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to get on this side of Lotho.
Okay.
Staying within 5 feet. And I will make my attack.
Please do.
On this guy. And I said I raged. So I'm going ham.
Okay.
Oh, yes!
Ooh, that was nearly a 5.
23.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage. That definitely hits.
Great Axe is a D12, I believe. Uh, 11 damage.
11. Wow, okay. You get a hefty swing and leave an incredibly large bleeding gash in this creature. Some sort of weird, like, greenish, blackish, virulent, like goo starts to seep from it. It's like a horrible liquid that it bleeds, sopping onto the ground here. Do you have anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, the creature's still alive, but seems to be distracted by your attack and abandons the piece of web that is currently binding Lotho. After that, it's your turn, Lotho. You're currently able to breathe again. Verth has run up and attacked this creature, and as you are still frazzled, waking up, a fresh breath of oxygen finally gets into your lungs, and you're laying prone right now, but you can move around. What do you want to do?
So I would have the wherewithal now to be able to wild shape, right?
Sure, yeah.
Then I'm gonna make myself a bear.
Okay.
Big ass brown bear.
Okay. The web snaps easily as your form shifts, and you become an incredibly large bear right next to Verth and this creature.
Alright, I'm gonna make this fucker. I think he regret thinking that he could take me out.
Okay.
Multi-attack time. Does
At advantage.
a natural 20 hit and a 20. So the 20 is the bite, and
You have
19
advantage,
plus
so
5.
you can actually re-roll that 19 and maybe get another crit.
That would be swanky.
You never know.
It is not.
Alright, still hits though. So
Okay.
roll the, what's it called there?
So,
Roll that crit and the other hit as well. You might KO this guy, that's a lot of damage.
fuck him. Whoops.
D20.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh!
How about-
And you get a 20.
The most
Okay, so
flaccid
that's-
damage roll ever.
9
Oh,
plus 4, so that's
absolutely.
13 plus 6.
So 20 damage total?
19 damage.
19, okay. Okay, the creature staggers back as you bite into it, leaving like a horrible bitter taste in your mouth. It wrestles out away from the bite, and then you slash across it with your claw, and it staggers back, still clinging on to life, but it looks horribly battered and wounded. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like growl at it and then leave it. And then that'll be it, yeah.
Okay.
Aldrin, take all of them. Oh, never mind. That's not good. Shit.
And let's
Yeah,
see
but
here.
get ready for the cone attack, bitches. Woo!
I'm gonna roll luck for you here. Okay, that's fairly lucky. And let's see who the favorite is. Carrick is 1 or 2. Okay, it's a 2. Coming out of the bush here, you can see more creatures that are assailing you. There's 2 over here that immediately run out towards you, Carrick, and 1 that makes its way over towards Aldrin.
Oh, fucking asshole.
You do see them coming, and because of that, you're not going to get hit with disadvantage, but they do make 2 attacks on you, and we'll do that first. So let's see. You're probably okay there since you rolled a 2. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, the crying tells me that's a strong yes. You take 8 points of damage as one of them claws at you, leaving a heavy gash. Its hands are not so much hands as much as they're just like a set of claws that it rakes across your body. And there's another attack at Aldrin. Okay, misses Aldrin. An attack at you, Lotho. Okay, that's probably a miss. Does a 13
I
hit?
use my
Yeah.
Okay.
I use my reaction Sentinel to hit the one that hit Lotho.
Oh, nice. Go for it.
Oh shit!
Let's
Hit
see.
them with the knowledge.
It's about to deal 8 damage unless you can kill it here in this strike. Oh no!
No! I'm so sad.
Okay, that's a miss. You take 8 points of damage there, Lotho. And then there's 3 attacks on you, Verth. Ooh, that's 10, a 14, and a 20.
20 hits.
Okay. You take 9 points of damage as one of them slashes at you as well. And after that...
Half to 5.
Half to 5, okay, perfect. After that, it's your turn, Carrick.
Ball sack. Alright, I'm gonna start with an attack on this guy using Reza. I gotta say that now, because apparently it just fucking turns into fireballs all the goddamn time. Oh! That's an 18.
Okay, 18 definitely hits. Roll damage.
I hold
don't
my
have a
breath
sneak attack on this.
every time you roll, Reza.
Oh! Nice. Plus 4, so that's 9 damage.
Okay,
On
nice.
fuckhead up here.
Okay, 9 damage to him. Still standing.
I'm gonna go for fuckhead number 2.
Okay.
Not using Reza despite the. Oh!
No!
I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw,
Of
please.
course you do. Fuck you!
Beautiful! Oh.
I'm just gonna walk myself. I'm just gonna. God damn it.
You take a step forward to swing with your second blade here, but something happens. Your ankle rolls as you step onto a fairly large stick nearby in the camp that you had forgotten to clean out. And as you do, you tumble backwards, and as you fall, your other foot tries to move back to kind of like pick up the balance here for you, and you place your foot, boot and everything, into the hot coals behind you. You take 5 points of fire damage, but it's halved because you have Reza in your hand.
Hey!
You are now prone on the ground as well.
Hey, good news. So 5 damage damage halved, we round up, right? For
You
damage?
round up
Yeah.
everything unless it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
So that's gonna be 3.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm in the fire prone. I'm gonna use half my movement to get up.
Okay.
So I have 15 feet remaining.
Have any other slick moves up your sleeve?
Well, I do, because technically I attack both fucks, so I can now disengage freely from them.
Okay. You have half your move because you had to get up from prone.
I'm gonna go hug Aldrin and become a piggyback on his broad dwarven shoulders.
Okay. You run to the dwarf for safety.
Aldrin! Ah!
Aldrin, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Aldrin is going to attack this Eder cat.
This guy right here? Okay.
This one right here. Let's do this.
Aldrin, what does your protection thing do with your shield?
Does a 19 hit. What?
Oh.
Sorry, I'll let
My
you attack.
protection is
Okay.
I can just pick you up and I can throw you back.
Really? I don't think that's how it works.
What?
No.
That's the
Fuck.
way that you explained it to me, Mike.
No, it's not. You're silly.
Okay, well, before we get to that,
protection,
19
like-
hits. Roll damage.
Protection allows you to take an attack instead of an ally within 5 feet of you.
Oh, that was almost bad. 7.
7 damage. Okay. So you get a good hit in with your axe here, but the creature's still alive.
Bastard.
Is that your turn?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make that my turn.
Okay. You're surrounded over here, Verth. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna smash this adder cat.
Okay.
I do not smash that
Oh.
adder cat.
Oh,
Momentum is falling away here.
so, sorry guys, just to make sure, so Aldrin, because, Lotho, you had it wrong too. You
Did I?
you don't take an attack for someone with protection. Aldrin, if someone attacks me or another ally within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction
right.
to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. So the guy has
Yeah.
to roll twice and take the lower score. So if I'm about to get fucked up, you know what to do, son.
As long as you're wielding a shield, though.
I'm always wielding a shield.
Are you?
It's Aldrin,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always got my shield out.
the invincible tower.
Question: I still
put my
have
shield
a
away,
bit
I
of
get boned.
oil. What kind of action is it? Smash that against my great axe.
Oh yes.
Oh,
I like
interesting.
the cut of your jib.
I'll let you do that as an interaction.
Like
Um,
stomp on a stick and let embers fly at you.
Nice.
Or
Kobe.
how far am I from the fire?
How far
That's-
from the fire? Let's see. You are about
15 feet.
4 times
Here,
5.
let me stomp on a
So like
stick.
20 feet, maybe.
I'll launch embers at you.
Okay. I'm gonna. Shit.
I got you, fam. I
Let
got you.
Aldrin do it.
Okay, yeah, I'll just smash my one of my vials of oil against my battle axe. And then-
Dude,
Okay.
I will fucking light
That's
a
my turn.
goddamn crossbow bolt and shoot it at your sword if I have to.
Okay.
Oh, bounces off his
Just
axe and
scream.
then or shield or whatever he threw it on.
I'll
Yeah,
yell
dude.
in the
And
face
a
of all these guys.
reflex.
That's about it.
And
Okay. So you're
Oh,
up, Lotho. What do you want to do
ricochets.
here?
Okay. I'm gonna circle around this guy,
Okay.
staying within melee, and get to right about here.
Okay.
Whoops. And then I'm gonna multi-attack. First aiming for this guy, and then if he dies first with the first attack, then I'll go for this.
Sounds good.
Also,
Do that first
because
attack.
I love you, you're within 5 feet of. Oh wait, are you raging?
Yeah.
He is.
You,
course
get, you
I am.
get advantage on those attacks, homie.
Yep. Here, let me. So yeah, there's the
Oh,
Are
advantage
these
on the
things
first
wielding
one.
weapons or no?
Okay.
Oh, well, you evaded a 1.
They have
I
dirty
mean, I
claws.
technically always evade a 1.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
Therefore, I will not use a disarming attack
So
unless I cut off their
is
hand.
that it?
Reroll this guy right
I was
here.
gonna say that guy seemed cocked.
Roll that. Oh,
Whoops.
just this
What
one.
was that one? Oops. Jeez. All right. That's it. So. I don't remember what this one was. Was it like a 10?
You hit with both, given your
Okay.
modifiers.
All right.
Their AC is not
Then-
fantastic.
So that is
It's just shitty enough that we can attack them.
8 with the claws,
Okay.
but technically the bite goes first, so it's
Ooh.
11 with the bite.
Okay, the
Happy.
bite's enough to kill this one, and when you crunch down with your teeth, it lets out some sort of barely audible, like screeching noise, almost like air or wind escaping from like a constrained container or something like that. And after that, it just falls to the ground limp and dies there. You can get that second set of damage on the next one. How much was it?
It's 8.
8. Okay. All right. Is that your turn?
I'll just kind of use the last like little bit of my movement to kind of just skirt around over here. Maybe try and take a little heat off of Birth.
Okay.
Oh, I like the heat.
Uh,
All right,
aren't you a white dragonborn?
it's okay. I like cold.
So interestingly enough, as you kill this one and it falls to the ground, it lets out some sort of scream, and as it does, all the other ones immediately stop what they're doing and just stare at you. Same for you, Carrick and Aldrin. You note that the 3 out here just stare towards the bush as one of them dies over there, and they immediately mob you afterwards. This one leaves you, and so you can get a opportunity attack there, Vert.
And if I do get opportunity attacks with Sentinel, they cannot move.
Oh, you
if I
might be
hit
able to
them.
trap that one then if you hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and do that first then.
Damn.
That's a 12.
12 misses, unfortunately. It's a
Worthless.
Oh.
squeaky one.
Worthless. Damn it.
This one leaves you, Aldrin. You can make an attack on him.
Alright.
That one runs around the side going this way. This
20.
one runs past you, Vert, so you can get an opportunity attack on him. Oh no, you used your reaction.
I
already.
just used one. Yeah, I can.
I don't get an opportunity attack.
That one takes
Nope.
6 damage.
6? What was your roll to hit?
20.
20? Oh, nice. Okay.
Not a nat, but
6.
15
There we
plus
go.
5.
Okay. 2 of them had to rush over, but the other ones are going to get attacks on you, and you note that they start attacking you with a fury you have not seen before. Both swiping at you with their claws like before, and also trying to bite you with horrible fangs that protrude from their mouths.
Bring it, bitches.
So we're going to do, let's see, a bunch of claw attacks first. Oh, fuck.
Yo, imagine if Reza crits in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
So, does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 3 hits, plus cat's a miss. So we'll do those 3 first. You take 5 damage, plus another 8 damage, plus another 5. And then they
18
all go to
damage.
bite you. Miss. 1 hit. 2 hits, okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You take 17 more points of damage, and I need you to make for me 2 Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
I
First
trust
one.
you're still a bear, yes?
No, not after those bites. So
Oh, okay.
8 plus 3, 11 for
11.
the first con,
Okay.
and
Oh, yeah.
13 plus 3, 16 for the second.
The DC was 11. You barely passed.
Oh, damn.
Huh.
Okay. So you get transformed back into your normal form here as they all start to just go mad trying to kill you here. And after that, it's your turn, Carrick. You might
Being
want to swap
loco.
your little character out there as well.
Yep.
Are you still conscious?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm still good.
Oh, yeah. Seeing Lotho drop bear form, I'm gonna kind of panic. And, I'm gonna, knowing, the Birth's, kind of, influence or area of influence on my attacks, I'm gonna come up to here.
Okay.
and I'm gonna fucking wreck just riggedy wreck this guy.
All right, let's see.
I'm gonna attack with Reza. I mean, Carrick would see how bad Lotho was doing. So, Lotho, are you looking like rough? You don't have to tell me the HP. I don't want to metagame, but are you looking rough? Are you looking okay?
I'm looking alright. Like, I'm hurting, but not terrible.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll with advantage. First one
9.
is a 9.
Another
Second one
9.
is a 9. So
Not
that's
like last time, you know, where you almost killed me.
Right. That's a 15.
15 hits, no crit, but you do get the damage in. Let's see.
Okay, so that's 3d6. Oh, not bad. That's 10 plus 4. That's 14 damage.
Okay. So he's still standing, but you do get a solid strike in with Reza.
Okay. And then second attack. I'm going to lighting Verth's sword is an interaction, right? Or would you consider that an action?
Nope, that's an interaction.
Okay, so I'll do that at the end of my round then. So I'll attack with short sword. Okay, calm down. Short sword number 2, 11. 11. Jesus, what are the odds of that? 2 1s, 2 9s, 2 11s
I
in a
don't know,
row?
dude.
That's dude, lottery ticket time. 17.
17 will hit, yep.
All right.
Or sorry, was that
and-
17 damage? That was to hit, right?
No, just to hit. I don't
Okay.
get sneak attack second time around, so it'll just be this. 6 damage, no modifier.
6. Okay. So that one's looking fairly wounded. And how are you lighting Verth's axe exactly?
That's a good question.
With his boot.
You know what? I
Gotta
don't know
strike
if
everywhere.
that's metagaming, but I kind of really like that idea. I can just back heel kick his sword and light it on fire because that's fucking badass.
I'll allow that. If luck has it that there's still a coal burning attached to the bottom of your boot. So I'm gonna roll luck. If you get a 10 or higher, it happens. And if not, his axe is not lit.
No problem.
Alright, that's a 16.
The rule of cool, baby.
In the midst of combat, you barely have time to register what happens between your rage here, Verth. It's like you see a foot flashes before your eye for a brief second, and then your axe is just conveniently lit on fire. After Carrick, it's your turn,
What-
Aldrin.
Wait.
Oh, sorry,
Alright.
what's up?
I moved there.
You gonna take a step back?
Yeah, I won't get an attack of opportunity, so I'm gonna circle just right here. So if they were to come at me, they'd probably need an attack of opportunity.
Might be a good idea.
There
Okay,
you go.
what do you want to do, Aldrin?
We're just gonna move up. I want to attack this dude right here.
Okay. This one or this one? This guy? Okay, perfect. Go ahead and roll there. Let's see what you get.
Kind of put like 17 taps there. Where's the E? Okay. Right.
Oh shit!
Aw, damn!
Alright, yeah, roll that damage dice twice. See what you get.
Damage.
5 plus 7.
Oh.
Ooh, the value.
Ugh.
Does that get plus 3 added once or twice?
Once.
Once. You only add
So
modifier
plus
once.
3, so
So what do you get?
15. Is that
it's-
correct? Wait,
No,
let me.
it's 16.
16
7 plus 5 is no. It was plus 5 or plus 6.
plus 5.
Oh, so no, it's 15.
Okay.
What
Okay.
did you end up getting? A stat or a feat, by the way?
What? Stat.
Thought you
To
got a
what?
feat.
To strength?
Oh yeah, I got it. I took a feat. So I
Oh,
have more
okay.
health every
Which?
time.
Oh, you got tough.
Every time I level up, I gain plus 2 more health.
Plus 1.
No,
Wait, is it
tough is
plus 1?
2, I think.
Oh, it's 2.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking awesome. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you strike out here and get a really solid strike against this creature. It staggers back, bleeding all over the ground, but it's still alive, and
Oh, the-
it continues to attack Lotho as well.
Damn. Screw this. I'll use action surge.
Okay, sure.
Action surge.
Yes.
Maybe you'll get another 20.
That would be fucking badass. 15.
Well, that does hit.
The scary part, guys, is Aldrin.
Woo!
It's the
10.
first campaign he ever plays in D&D. When he starts understanding all the mechanics, he's already scary as is. He's gonna become a fucking force to be reckoned with.
Right.
dude.
Okay.
Shit.
The creature gets another strike from you, but he's still alive.
What the fuck? How are you still alive? You're bleeding out.
That's not
Like
good, guys.
the
I'm not gonna be
knight
I'm
from-
super not good.
You know what this guy is? The knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah, these guys are sturdy.
Black Knight. None
Bouncing
shall
around is
pass.
of course though.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, Verth, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna... Something I never do, because I always forget I have it. Because it's the first barb I've ever played. I am going to recklessly attack this Ettercat up here.
Okay, go for it. Let's see what you get.
I've got to set my alarm tomorrow.
Oh, do you have to leave early, by the way, Aldrin?
I have to
20
leave early every day.
22.
Oh.
22. Okay, that hits. How long do you have until you have to head out?
I could go for another. I could go till like
Give me-
11:30.
Give me time, because I don't keep track
Oh, yeah,
of
that's
the
right.
time
An hour and a
frozen.
half.
Hour and a half?
Hour and a half.
Okay. Sorry, how much
And-
damage was that?
For damage... Oh, no!
Oh,
9.
9? Okay. Well, that's still pretty decent, given that you're a
Oh,
bard.
what about fire?
Oh, the fire damage against this creature. Let's see.
Why the hell do I have a D4 out?
Roll a additional 1d4, and I'm gonna roll for luck to see if the fire goes out after a strike. Oh, no, it's still going.
1.
1, okay. So you deal a little bit of bonus damage to this creature from the blaze. And is that your
That's why I
turn?
have a D4 out.
Yes, sir.
Okay, your flaming axe isn't enough to kill it. Lotho, it's your turn. You're surrounded. You've just fallen out of bear form, and these creatures look like they're insane with rage, ready to kill you. Your friends continue to hack and slash at them. Their blood is thrown all over the place, and they just lash out at you with reckless abandon, not paying any attention to other attacks.
Turn into a fish and slap him with your tail.
I
second
will
Sound advice.
pop out of Lotho and into Wolf.
Okay.
Whoops, and die.
Flow.
Rip.
And I will throw a bite at this first guy that I was working at earlier, so over here.
That one? Okay, yeah,
Yep.
he has a little bit of damage on him.
Get all this stuff out. That is, do I get, let's see, am I within 5 feet of somebody?
A Verth?
Anybody really?
Oh, of anybody. No, you're surrounded by these monsters.
Awesome. Does a 19 hit?
19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Nice.
9.
9 damage, okay. Do they have to make a save to be knocked over?
Yeah, DC 13, strength save.
Strength. Oh, well, he just rolled a 1. So he is down on the ground now.
Get poo-pooed on.
Is that your turn?
Can I use my movement to like stand on top of it?
You could move over there, but you'll get some opportunity attacks.
Ah, never mind.
Okay.
I'll just leave it.
Alright, it's the creature's turn, and they get up afterwards, and they turn in your direction here,
Bring it, bitch.
and lash out at you again. So we have, even more attacks now.
I'm gonna hit the one that I've hit before.
Oh,
That's hitting Lotho.
let's do him first then. So he makes an attack. Go ahead and make yours.
For opportunity attacks, am I able to recklessly attack?
I
that,
don't
or no?
believe so. I think it's just a normal attack.
Okay. 19.
19. You definitely hit. Roll damage. Gonna roll for luck to see if the flame goes out. Oh, it's still going.
14 total.
14. Okay, the creature looks incredibly badly wounded, but it continues to attack. And let's see what we get here. What's your AC as Wolf?
That would be a 14.
Okay, 3 hits. Plus another 2. So 5. You take 7 damage, followed by another 7, followed by 9, followed by 5, followed by 4. Are you still in wolf form?
32 damage total.
32 total?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm
You're
still a wolf. Just barely.
Then here comes the bite attacks.
Oh, shit.
Oh, 2 misses, but that's a crit. And then 2 more hits. So a crit. You take 11 damage. Followed by 5. Then another 4. Are you still a wolf?
I am. No. And I am, like, on the cusp of death.
Okay, so you get knocked back down again, and here you take 3 Constitution saving throws, please. Let's see if you can make it this time.
No,
Okay.
12. Sorry, 12.
Made it, yep. Oh, made it, yep.
13 and
Oh!
Beautiful.
14.
Okay, you can feel that their bites come with a horrible poison, but you're able to actually push through it, and you survive despite all the attacks here. Carrick, it's your turn.
Fucking resistance to poison anyways.
I've tagged this guy. Can I just quickly get a recap on which of these Etterfucks are looking really rough?
Oh. So the one right here is looking rough. So is the one up here. This one looks very close to death. And that one's fine. This one is close to death as well. So that one, and that one are more or less okay.
Okay, so looking rough, looking rough, looking
Yeah.
rough. Okay. So I'm gonna dip in. That's 10 feet. And attack Fuckhead with Reza
Sure.
with advantage. Ooh, that is... Oh, the 9. I thought that was a 6. That's a 15.
15 hits. Roll your damage.
That's pretty shit, but well, I guess the definition of average. 13.
That's enough to kill this one, actually. You finally put it down. As you do, you note all of their attention turns towards you.
Run.
I'm
Fly,
gonna
fool.
just kind of stop and like raise my eyebrows like a oh fuck, and use my bonus action to run away as far as I can. 50 feet.
Okay. You just start dashing it in the evening in the
Just
opposite
not
direction.
down about that.
Is that your turn?
Could I have gone 50 feet this way?
Sure.
I want to see if the fire kind of fucks with them a little bit. See if they run right through it like a bunch of morons.
And 5 more Eder cats come out of that bush you're in.
Oh, like they just pull me in and
Yep.
like new character time. Although I did work on like for 2 weeks on a new one, so I'm down.
Always good to have a backup in my campaigns. Alright, so after that, it's your turn, Aldrin. What do you want to do?
Aldrin is going to attack the dude that was like bleeding out of.
Yeah, he's in really bad shape.
Come on. 15.
Yep. Roll damage.
Ooh, 10.
Finally, with another strike, your axe comes down. One of its arms is severed from its body, and it bleeds out on the ground until it stops moving.
Look at me, you bastards.
Their attention
I'm Mr.
changes,
Music,
and instead
look
of
at me.
staring off at Carrick past the fire, they all look towards you. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, Verth, you're up.
I'm gonna step up near my little buddy, and I will attack. I'm just checking the damage real quick. Oh. This guy,
Okay,
and I
there,
will
okay.
make it a reckless again.
Alright. Ooh.
24.
Yep, definitely hits.
$12.
12, okay. Let's see here. 12, there we go. This one that you just struck is looking very rough, but is still alive, and the fire on your axe finally goes out.
You did well, little buddy.
Is that your turn?
Yep, I think Calcifer, and then I'm done.
Okay. Both of them, you're up. And the creatures
Alright.
have actually turned away from you. Instead, they stare at Aldrin like they're about to devour him.
That is the best person we want them staring at.
I will
Mhm.
disengage and run up over here.
Okay.
Use a bonus action to cast a level 2 healing words on myself.
Okay, go ahead and heal yourself.
That is an 11.
Okay, nice. So
That
you heal
helps.
up. Is that your turn?
That is.
Okay. The creatures all come running towards you. Verth, you can have your pick of which one you want to attack, because both this
The
one
one-
and that one.
Yeah, the one to the left of me.
Okay, so let's see if he actually manages to escape or not. Make your attack.
Nope.
Oh my god, you whiffed each one of those.
So sad.
So say.
It's so sad.
So sad.
Alright, Aldrin. It's showtime.
Do this, motherfucker.
What's your AC?
18.
Okay. Miss. Okay, one hit.
This.
You take 8 points of damage from a set of claws that strike you. And then
This who
bites
still has
come
40
in.
health.
Miss.
Oh, I love the sound of that.
Miss. Ooh. Okay. You actually
Damn, you
only
can
take
suck.
1 strike out of 8 swings that come in your direction.
Still have
Classic
40 health,
Aldrin.
motherfuckers. Let's go.
Your turn, Carrick. What do you want to do?
Shoot him in the face.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking right now.
But don't shoot me in the face.
Well, I mean, I can't guarantee that.
Try your hair. I should put up my shield. Should put up my shield.
My range for my hand crossbow, I have my old character sheet for some reason, is 20 or 30 feet.
For your hand
65.
crossbow? It should
Yeah.
be 30.
30.
Well, before disadvantage, and then after that, I think it's. So I have it right here.
90? 30, 90?
Hand crossbow is 30, 120.
30, 120. Okay. Okay. So I'll move here, and I'll use my hand crossbow on fuckface.
Okay.
I think that hits.
Most certainly.
Sneak attack. Ooh, fucking yes. That is an 18. 18 damage.
Okay. You fire towards the center of this creature's mass here, and you must have struck something important, because as you do, it sinks a couple of inches below its flesh and then spasms violently, its arms flailing in different directions before falling to the ground, still like jittering there, and then it stops moving.
Oh god, terrifying. Do I notice rest of the fuckers zone on me?
Yes, they immediately stop paying attention to Aldrin.
Okay, I'm gonna take a dagger and throw it with disadvantage at this guy.
Okay.
It's within 5 feet of me though. It's normal.
Oh, nice. So it's a regular roll.
I didn't
Normal
even
roll.
consider that. Yeah.
9 plus.
So that's a third. No, sorry. I have a plus 6 to hit, so that's a 15.
Okay.
Or a nat 20.
Wait, what? You would have
Wait, what?
disadvantage, and then
Oh!
it cancels
It cancels out.
Yeah, so you don't get
it's a
that.
normal roll.
Big old fucking.
Mhm.
floppy
You weren't
dicks.
supposed to reroll.
Big old floppy dicks right there. Okay.
Now it's just a
before
world
it
of
comes
disappointment. What could have been?
in, 2.
2 damage. Okay, so this one catches a dagger here, and is that your turn?
It is not because I am fucking running away. I move 10 feet. I'm gonna move like here, and that's it.
Okay. After that, it's your turn there, Aldrin. What do you want to do?
Kill
Aldrin
them.
is going to attack this. Let's see.
Kill them all.
Yeah, so it looks like
Gonna
this
attack
one
this
is
one
bleeding
here.
the worst.
Actually, wait, yeah, let's get rid of the one that's bleeding the most. Yeah, so we'll attack him.
Okay.
Boom. Didn't work. Forgot I was clicked on. No!
Not great.
The first miss and an attack and forever.
Is that the turn?
Yeah, because I can't use my action surge.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
that's
no, no,
fine.
wait! No!
What? What?
I
What?
forgot precision attack. No, wait, never mind. Sorry.
It's too late. You already
Forgot
already
about that.
missed.
Verth, you're up.
Yep.
And
I
all
was
those
thinking-
misses, I think you forgot to repost.
This is true.
Wow. I'm an idiot. I even have it written out in
Rapaste,
big
as
letters,
it
but
were.
I'm not seeing it further.
Rapaste. Step over, recklessly attack the one in the middle.
There, I zoomed
Okay.
out so I can see Rapa. No, you fucker.
Oh shit!
Nat 20.
There it is. Yep.
Yay.
2d12s. It's gonna be like a 1 to 2 or something.
Yeah.
Wait, Verth is a half orc, right?
Oh,
13.
Half orc, half.
that's still good damage.
The other half's white.
This one is almost dead. But it's still alive. Even with your heavy axe swing, it continues to stand.
That's all I got.
Okay, Lotho, you're up.
Okay.
Run
Don't
away and
kill
heal.
them,
What do you
Lotho.
want to do here?
Don't kill them, Lotho. They kill. Well, actually, they're all gonna get fucked on opportunity attacks.
Don't
so
wear
you
the
can't kill
ring.
them.
I know it's very tempting.
Let's do. I will. Alright, so I need to get. Yeah.
Do
up,
what you want,
like,
man.
Over. Ish.
Okay.
That should be adequate. And then I'm gonna chuck. Sorry, everybody. Ice knife in there. At this guy.
Oh.
Ah, what's the range on Ice Knife?
60 feet.
Nice. Okay, go ahead and
You
roll that attack.
bastard.
I think
Alright.
Verth is fine because he gets danger sense, but Aldrin's gonna get fucked.
Ooh. Alright, that's plus my spellcasting modifier, that's
It's which?
12.
12?
Okay,
Oh,
it does not
okay.
hit
Are you
me.
attacking this one?
Yeah.
Okay, that misses, unfortunately. After that, there's dex saves that I need from Aldrin and Verth. And I'm also going to make 2 for these nearby at our caps. They both pass.
Alright, then it's 4 damage for them. Anybody who fails takes 7.
Okay.
19 for me.
DC of 13. So
4 and 4. Actually, you might have just put that one. I'm going to roll luck for you. Well, it's a nat 20 on the luck roll. the stray shard of ice actually kills this one over here,
Which wasn't totally useless.
and they all look in your direction.
And that's why I moved. That is... I'll use... I was like... I pretty much used all my movement, so yeah, that's it.
Okay.
No, that's not it. Last thing, bonus to heal. The
Oh,
level
you
1.
can't. You've already cast a spell.
Oh, okay.
Because you can...
Gotcha.
You can do
Only one
like
spell
multiple
per turn.
cantrips and stuff, but you can only do a single leveled spell in one
Even
turn.
if it's... Okay. Okay.
Even if
that's
it's like an action and a bonus
Even though it
action.
says it's bonus action
Yeah.
cast, that's fine. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like a
Cool.
weird spell casting rule.
I guess that
Um,
makes sense. Alright, that's it then.
Okay, so these two guys are going to go directly for you. So Verth, how about you make your roll for this one?
Uh-huh. See if it actually hits for once.
See if it hits.
Oh.
How's a 12?
Oh.
He has an AC of 13.
Oh no.
Bye.
Okay, so this guy immediately charges
Rip.
you, and he gets right up, but he's dashing, so he doesn't get an attack. And you note something, that he runs up and takes a step onto the road, but then actually steps back off the road. And likewise, this one runs over. Aldrin, are you going to make an opportunity attack?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
I believe in you, Aldrin.
Oh,
17. No, 18.
that'll hit. Roll damage. Oh,
Ooh. 11.
11, okay. So you get a good strike on this one as it runs past the two of you, and it also steps onto the road and then steps back for a second and pauses there. It's your turn, Carrick. What do you want to do?
Okay. I think, right? I don't know my math. My math is poopy. I have 35. No, I have to move another 5 feet.
My
Dude,
math
what
is
the
poopy, he says.
Fuck right. Yeah, here we go. God damn it, dude. I
You
just
having
want to
some
attack
troubles
them
over
without-
there?
Yeah. Okay, I'm good. I'm within 30 feet. It makes no difference. What am I talking about? I'm gonna attack this guy with a fucking hand crossbow. God damn it.
Alright.
I think that hits.
Mm-hmm. No sneak attack, though. Just regular DPS.
Ooh, shit. That's a 10, though.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright. He takes a good deal of damage as your bolt strikes true, but he's still alive.
Cock. I will throw a dagger at disadvantage then.
Okay. Miss. Oh.
Super miss. Rip
Okay.
dagger.
After that, is that your turn? You gonna make some moves?
I ain't got no moves.
Okay.
Ain't got no swag.
Aldrin, you're up.
The not within range. Wait. If I use a dash,
It
catch
doubles
up
your move
to
speed.
them. Okay, I'm gonna catch up to them with a dash.
Okay.
The I'm gonna attack this one right here.
Okay.
Boom.
How? Okay.
Yeah, you
You
can't
can't. You
unless
use
you're...
your action. The
Oh.
reason Carrot can is because he's a rogue, but you have to use your action to dash.
Okay. I didn't
You
know
still want to dash?
that. Yeah. No. So let's see. I'll just start a conversation with Birth. I'm gonna move up 25,
Okay. And then...
and if they come back this way, I'll attack.
Alright, sounds good. So you ready in action? After that, it's your
Oh,
turn,
prepare to
Verth.
dodge, actually. Screw that. I
You're
don't
gonna
need
dodge?
prepare to attack.
Okay.
If they attack me, then I can just attack back.
Okay.
Run up. Actually, can I? Would if I whip out my glaive, would I be able to hit him from here or no?
No.
Then I will breath attack without hitting Lotho.
Breath attack is 15 feet.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, you can get both of them there. What are they rolling here?
DC. It's a con save.
Okay. Well, their con save's not great. 8 is the highest, so I think they probably failed.
They both fail.
Roll your damage. Seven.
On each.
They both look fairly wounded by the time your breath washes away, but they're still standing.
It's my turn.
Okay, Lotho, you're up. And these creatures have run
Yay.
directly towards you and stopped by the road there. Afterwards, they cautiously step back, and it seems like the attacks of your allies have distracted them. They look torn. They turn towards you, wanting to rend you, and then turn towards your allies who attack them. They seem conflicted.
Alright, so I'm gonna throw down a moonbeam right in between them.
Oh, that's glorious.
And that is a 5-foot radius.
Okay, what
So
saves are we
hopefully
doing?
that taps both of them. Well, it says when they enter the spell's area on there, or they start their turn there, so I don't think it affects them right away.
Okay, sure.
If it does, it's a con save, but it doesn't say that.
Alright.
So that's gonna be my turn though.
Their turn starts now, and they make
So
two
now
con
it's,
saves.
Yep.
One pass, one fail. So we'll say the one at the top passes.
Okay, then I need another D10.
Oh, this could do it. Here are multiple d10s being rolled.
That is 15 total. Damage.
This one down here dies, and this one does as well. As your moonbeam comes flying down here, you can see there's a star up in the sky that seems to glint for a second, and then a beam of light shoots down from it, and these two creatures burn up, leaving like charred remains that fall to the ground, and you are no longer in combat.
Do they have loot?
Classic.
Yep. Gotta love that bug carapace.
You feeling alright, Lotho?
Yeah, I'm standing. I actually think how's everybody else doing? Cause I can do a little bit of healing.
I'm a bit worse for wear, but
I would
don't-
recommend coming out onto this road, by the way.
why's that?
Well, they
Oh,
seem
no.
to not be very interested in it. That's why I was safe that last section, or last time.
Oh, alright. Do we want to camp on the road?
Now you were interrupted through your long rest, so
Yeah, we'll just move our camp over.
Yeah, move the
50
camp
feet.
onto the road and,
We've been doing plenty of bouncing around in this forest, so and we can't be scryed on or anything like.
okay.
I think we're safe.
Alright, so you go to sleep on the road. It's the middle of the evening, and it was during Aldrin's watch that you were interrupted. So if you do plan to sleep the whole night, you'll have to wake up early afternoon to get the full long rest. Is that what you guys want to try?
figure why not? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like down on spell.
So it's the next day, and all of you manage to get a long rest. And when you wake, there's no snow about you, though it is still somewhat cold, and there's a gentle breeze which continues to go through here. You had spent the night laying on the cold white cobblestone in your bedrolls and all, and find yourselves unscathed the next day. There are corpses of Ettercap which lay around near the front of the road here, and just like bare remnants of your camp as well. And the sun rises, and has been for the last little while, What do you folks wish to do? It's maybe about 10, 11 o'clock.
I think we should burn the Eder caps.
You just leave them. Someone will eat them.
Maybe that douchebag owl.
Exactly.
Therefore, I think we should burn them.
I was thinking we follow the road for a bit. I mean, I know we're close to the shrine and all, but we do want to run into someone at some point. And it seems like this road offers some protection, so maybe we'll be safe on it.
The 2 pillars. Anything like inscribed on them, or like I probably wouldn't understand if there was writing on them, but.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds here. You can see that there is some writing on here which appears to be in Elvish. And I can't remember, do you read Elvish?
Besides that one word Carrick taught me.
Okay.
Which you forgot, I think.
It doesn't
Probably.
appear to be on either of these polls.
Damn. I'll point it out though.
Okay.
Oh, in that case, I'll try to read it.
Sure. It says that this road is the Heensall Roads. That's it. The word doesn't really mean anything to you. It's possible that maybe it was like a heroic figure or something like that. It doesn't have any meaning as far as the Elvish language goes.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll just kind of repeat it to Verth because he seemed curious, and pack my stuff up and be on my way.
Okay. So after that, you guys are going to try and travel across the road until about here, like a day over, and then get into the woods?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, just to kind of see if we can come across anybody.
I think we want to hang out on the road for as long as we can, run into someone.
Okay. This is what you find. It's not exactly what you're expecting, but might be pleasant or not so pleasant depending on what it is that you're looking for here exactly. And before I go into it, Aldrin, if I understand correctly, you have 30 more minutes, right?
You have an hour.
An hour, okay. As you travel along the roads, you find that the wind aligns itself so that it's at your back, and you actually move faster than you'd expect. You get to about here, which is almost double the amount of time that you had traversed before. And the other thing is that you don't run into anybody on the road. It's a completely peaceful walk off in this distance. You can see there's fields in every direction, and that the road just kind of like goes way off into the distance up towards like a rolling hill, and that's about it. The forests are far behind you. There's another forest up towards the north. You eventually get to the point where, according to your map, there's the shortest distance between you and the forest. And sure enough, it looks like it might be an hour or two travel away. What do you guys want to do? It's late now, and the time that you would normally camp is upon you.
Are there any indications of travel on the road?
As you've been walking, no. Despite the fact that this is the only road that seems to be around, according to the map at least, there's relatively no sign of travel. It might be that no one uses this road, perhaps, or if they do, they don't leave a trace, but there's just nothing. It's just completely clean. There's no tracks, there's no like muddy boots or anything, or things out of place. It's pristine, like it was built long ago and hasn't been touched since.
Well, I'm not sure how fruitful this endeavor is. You guys want to keep trekking on the road, or maybe make camp on it again one more night? Like anybody's gonna disturb us.
I do think that going into the shrine blind might not be the best idea. We don't know what to expect. Then again, some of the druids did say they made pilgrimages there, and they said the journey was far more dangerous than what they encountered. So, it's up to you guys. I'm game to go in. I just, you know, I don't want to wait here forever, but if we can run into someone, it'd be ideal, I think.
Do you have Tinder on you, by the way?
It was on the camel.
Ah, okay. So
I've
there's
got a
no
Tinder
wood here
bot,
to actually
so-
burn for a fire.
We're sure as hell not using my door.
Just take that off the table right now.
Just got that back.
Get druid, craft some sticks, and then throw some produce flame there at it, and that could keep us warm for like.
What's the plan, folks? Are you gonna sleep on it? Maybe see if anything is different the next day?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The night is undisturbed, and you all wake early the next morning. And you can see there's a beautiful scene with the sun rising up in the distance, the forests far away down the different roads, and a gentle wind that blows about, moving the grass to and fro. What do you want to do?
I don't want to disappoint you, Carrick, but we might not find anybody on the road. Is it time to cut across?
I think so, Veth. I mean, your plan with the Ettercaps went relatively well. We're all looking alright, so, you know, let's go on to danger and see what comes out.
Okay. It looks like there's maybe a few hours of travel through the fields north, up towards the forest. And as you all step out into the field off of the main road, you feel something. It's like the wind here carries a sickliness on it, almost. I need everybody to please make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, Jesus. Ooh, that's good.
Alright.
17?
That was.
Did anybody get
Niner.
less than a 10?
I did.
Okay. If you just got less than a 10, you feel something horrible washes over you, and you have 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh,
You're only a short bit into your travel, and you've maybe been 10 or 20 minutes out off of the road into this field when all of you start to feel the effects. There's something withering about these fields. There's something wrong. Maybe it's something on the air. Maybe it's something in the field. Maybe it's a magic about this land. But when you step off the road and begin to travel through the field, you definitely get a sense of it's almost like a latent poison or something like that. But its effects extend beyond that of like a bodily flu. You start to feel almost like disheartened. Do you want to continue traveling north?
that's no bueno, guys. I think Eridan sent us up here because there's a blight in his shrine. We haven't encountered a sickliness like this before, but table talk wise, we every time we go into a forest with a blight, there's a sense of unease. And if this is Papa Blight, then it's normal that it's even more intense. I don't know about you guys, but I think we might want to risk the wrath of the Guardians and go to Fineston and see if we can get some supplies, because without oil, if there is a blight, we're fucked. Those little fuckers will just keep respawning.
Now you're maybe 20% of the way there to the forest. If you want to keep going, let me know. If you want to turn around and return back to the road, that's your guys' choice.
I'm gonna like lick my finger, hold it up in the air, kind of feeling the breeze, and I want to like take a minute and run towards the road a little bit. I'll be like, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Do I feel any better heading towards the road?
No. When you move towards the road, you still feel the same feeling of like this very latent wrongness.
Okay, I'll turn around, head back to the group.
Okay.
What was that about, Beth?
Curiosity.
You guys feeling the same thing I am?
Feel like shit.
Yeah.
Do we keep on?
How much oil? How much oil do we have left?
I've got none.
I used my last in the evening.
Yeah, I don't have any.
I don't have any either.
Tell you what, while you folks contemplate that, because we would normally have taken one by now, let's take a brief 5 or 10 minute break, and then we'll wrap up the last hour or so of this session.
Sounds good.
Alright, we'll be back in a few.
I'll be back.
Well, going good so far.
You didn't get eaten by a snake.
Yeah,
You didn't get eaten by
Wow.
other caps.
I was half eaten by a snake.
Wonder what the other groups are up to. Haven't been able to watch.
Yeah, me neither. I get home and then I fall asleep.
No, yesterday I almost TPK'd. Maybe he meant Monday. Maybe he said. I think Tuesday I already did.
Holy fuck, guys. We're gonna get pooped on.
Props.
Maybe.
Okay, I have like a super badass monk in the works, so
There you go.
Yeah, I'm still working on that range
Oh yeah.
for the revised.
I find rangers are really DM dependent. Because if you look at your longbow, once you have if you manage to go whatever feat it is, I think it's sharpshooter, that eliminates the primary range and allows you to use the maximum range of your bow without disadvantage. You can shoot like 600 feet away, which is
Yeah, that's crazy.
insane.
Wow, that's
Like it would be like this map times 5 or something.
That's what I
So-
do on my ranger army
You like-
campaign.
Yeah,
Can I
so
see anybody
pretty nice.
600 feet away?
kind of, yeah. So
I'm gonna snipe
it
them.
depends on illusion. Like my monk that I'm making is gonna be gonna have the mage slayer feat, and I'm building a shadow monk. So her whole thing is gonna be eliminating the caster back line using silence, using shadow step, and basically just negating them and then getting a free hit every time they cast a spell. But how many mages am I gonna run into? We haven't run into one this campaign that I
Yeah, we
know
have.
of. We have?
Yeah, in Dio's Outpost, that cult.
Yeah.
They were all casters, but that was pretty much it.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So it all depends on Illusion, and I feel like he's going to craft encounters around our party, which is great. So you know that might be a thing, but it depends. I don't know. So, like, do I want to put all my eggs in the mage slaying basket for that situational time where I run into one? You know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, what I want to do is I want to make him find like on his adventures like a little like hawk or something like that, or a falcon or something, and then have that be like his companion for a little while, but not like his beast that he had, kind of like a pet or something.
A pet is just an animal handling check in game. If you can convince Illusion that you can attract a hawk or an eagle and then successfully persuade it to stay with you, then you got yourself a pet.
Awesome. And I would have him do that before my character is introduced then.
Huh. Well, yeah. We can try, yeah.
I want to be like, it's been with him for years, like maybe
But
like
what-
he found her or some shit, and then it was like wounded, took care of it, brought it back up to health, and it just stuck with me.
What
And then
would-
that way I could have it like send out, I could send it out, and then it would find like a group of people that I could like, if they were messing with somebody, I could just snipe them out. 600 meters. But I fucking want to have an ape as a companion.
You know what you might want to do then is go variant human and get the magic initiate feat. So you can find conjure familiar, because a pet is only going to do so much, right?
Yeah,
Like,
familiars are really nice.
yeah, because if you just try to tell Illusion, look, I have a pet, and it can see shit, and it'll come back and tell me where the enemies are, he's gonna be like, can you really train an eagle to do that at level 1, 2, or 3? I don't know. But if you get conjure familiar, you can just be a ranger with a basic knowledge of magic, and you can literally summon an eagle and look through its eyes and talk to it telepathically. And it can feed. Yeah, and it could feed. So you just go variant human with ranger. So you get 2 +1s to 2 skill categories. You probably, in your case, are going to choose dexterity and wisdom, because wisdom is your casting modifier for ranger, and you need dex high, obviously. You go like 12 or 14 con if you want, and then you go magic initiate feat. You've got a couple of spells. You get conjure familiar, and you're good to go.
Dude, I either want to get like a badger or an ape. That way I could just have like the badger just fuck people.
Nice. The crazy thing too with Conjure Familiar, keep in mind, is you can have it cast Help or Aid, I forget what it's called, but basically it can like fuck with people, and while it's fucking with people, you can get advantage on those attacks. So it's kind of like having Verth around, let's say. So imagine having a beast with a familiar. I don't know how that works with the action economy, but I think with the revised UA Ranger, the beast operates on his own initiative, so I think you're okay. But get ready for a really technical class. Like if you're having a hard time with Battlemaster Fighter right now, you're gonna have to hit the books for a while on Ranger and really like sit down with pen, paper, and dice and just pretend play. I do that sometimes. Like you just craft a random encounter. You walk into a 20 by 20 room. There are 3 goblins. What do you do? And you literally roll the dice and try to use everything that you have at your disposal and see how it works. You kind of need to know the rules though, but
yeah,
kind of helps you get an idea of what to do. You can even do that while practicing Riposte and shit like that.
Not a bad idea.
My other campaign, my DM's letting me switch from the old Ranger to revised, because we just leveled up.
Oh man.
I've got 5 levels in Ranger and 3 into Rogue.
Oh shit.
So I've got some studying to do.
5-3 split, eh? That's interesting.
Yeah, because I've got Assassin for Rogue.
So you got that crit?
Yeah, and I have
Double damage.
the alert feat, so I get +5 to initiative. So I set on a +9 initiative.
Damn.
Right off the bat.
I'm thinking of getting alert
It's
too,
really
'cause
fun.
I get the... Right now I'm at a +4 initiative with Dex, +3 from Charisma as a swashbuckler, so I'm at +7. And if I get alert, that's what, another +5?
Yep.
So I'll be at 13.
You get, as a ranger, you get a bunch of silly spells like Pass Without a Trace and Silence and a bunch of goofball stuff.
Nice. And you get sneak attack.
Sneak Attack, Hunter's Mark, Colossus Slayer, just a bunch of stuff. So
That
when you
means what,
crit,
you're getting a 2d6? Is it a 1 or 2d6 Colossus Slayer if someone is below their max HP?
normally it's a 1d6. I don't think it scales.
No, I don't think it does either.
I think it's
So-
just 1d6, yeah.
So if you're hitting someone who's hurt, you're getting a 1d6 or 1d8 from Hunter's Mark. It's 1d6.
1d6.
Right. And you're a level 3,
Rogue, which is
Rogue.
2d6.
so that's 3d6, a 4d6, plus a 1d8 for a longbow, I'm assuming?
Yep.
So 1d8
plus
plus
sharpshooter.
4d6. Sharpshooter, you have 2 feats?
We did something really, really goofy where we were able to take 2 feats, our first, once you hit level 4. However, he gave us a flaw
Okay.
to counteract the second feat you took. So my flaw is I may be like super alert when I'm awake, but when I sleep, I am out. It's really fucking hard to wake me up unless you actually damage me.
Huh. That's interesting.
So I'm a sitting duck when I'm asleep.
Well, I guess
It's-
that kind of defeats the purpose of alert, though, right? That you can't be surprised at all
I can't be surprised at all when I'm awake.
when
But
you're
when I'm
awake.
sleeping,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll be back in a moment. Run to the bathroom. My bladder decided that it's time.
46, 1d8, man. That's a lot of damage.
It's fun.
Okay.
But I think the most fun character I've ever had is one I made on the fly. It was a gunslinger. I was like, oh shit, I only have like 5 minutes to make this character.
Huh.
I need something clever. Fuck it, that's gonna be his name, Clever. He's got 2 guns. What's a famous duo? Ben and Jerry. That's his his guns.
Clever
Uh,
name when using the
He
gun
uses
spell.
bullets that do cold damage. Oh, cold. He's got a cold. a curse that he just always has a cold, so he has a blanket and sips hot cocoa. That's pretty much he's kind of in a bad mood, has a cold. His blanket is kind of like a poncho. Like
you do realize you basically made Doc Holliday, right?
It's a disgruntled look on his face all the time.
With the tuberculosis that
mildly
just
annoyed.
Yeah.
Like a blanket, kind of like a McCree.
He permanently looks like a man who's just come home to realize his dog has shit on the floor.
That character is so fun.
Alright, so we still got some time left here. Everybody ready to go?
Aldrin just stepped away.
Alright.
Oh, that was really good.
What's your favorite character?
Me?
Yeah, or anybody.
My favorite character I ever made. Probably Thulgrim Grudgebearer. It's fucking surly dwarf paladin. And not because mechanically he was interesting or anything like that. I mean, his story was kind of real simple. He worked in a Carrick, a dwarven fortress as a miner. Very happy with his job, but the local aristocracy, the dwarven high class, were kind of pressing for minerals and ores and funds, so they forced him to go deeper and deeper, and the mine collapsed and he lost a team. Enraged, he kind of tried to rebel with whatever crew he had left and got quickly squashed. And out of shame, he had his beard shaven and he was cast out, while the rest of his family were enslaved to keep working the mines. That was a huge point of shame, and he became a paladin of vengeance. Which is kind of cool, and his main tenet was to fight greed and to eventually take back his fortress. But so like kind of just a general story, but it was my first D&D campaign, and therefore a lot of good memories came out of it. A lot of hilarious crits with Divine Smite and Thunderous Smite doing like ridiculous damage at level 2 and you know, all sorts of shit. But this monk that I made, I think, is gonna be my new favorite. I spent like a good week and a half on not just the backstory, but the order that she's from, the way it was created, the city that she's from. I had a lot of fun with that, so it's gonna be my first female character too I ever made. So
gross women. Ugh.
Right?
Smell all weird and stuff.
I think it was partly inspired because I watched Rogue One and I just loved Jyn Erso. Such a cool character. So,
are we all good to go here, folks?
Is Aldrin back?
All right.
Aldrin?
Yeah, I'm here.
Let's see here. Wait, is Lotho here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just quiet.
Everyone here?
Okay. So, welcome back, everybody. Last we left off, before I went to go and grab a snack, you were all on the road here deciding which direction to go or what to do. You had stepped off of it and experienced some sort of strange sickness. What do you guys... What's the verdict here? What are you gonna go for?
I don't think there is a verdict, right?
Nice.
No.
Okay, well that's, I figured that might happen as well.
What are you thinking, guys?
Honestly, we are so close right now.
Yeah.
It's like right there.
Yeah.
Like I get the value in going back to Feniston, but I don't know how warmly we'd be received there.
We're already balls deep. Keep going.
Alright, man. Let the exhaustion reign supreme. I'm down. Let's do it. Well,
I need everybody to make 2 more sets of Constitution saving throws, and if you get under a 10, then you take on a single level of exhaustion.
I got a nat 20.
I got under a 10 once.
I'm good.
15.
23
I
and 14.
got under 10.
Oof.
I got under a 10 and
Ooh, so you
Over
have
a
2
10.
points of exhaustion.
So, yeah, I've
You know
got
how
2
bad that
points.
is? You know how bad that
that's
is?
pretty bad. That's like half movement speed, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I move
It's like
12
Aldrin with his
12.5.
30 feet of movement. Or 30 feet of vision.
You have 25 feet of movement and 30
Yep.
feet of
Yeah, I
vision.
meant
Okay. So, did anybody hit 3 levels of exhaustion?
No.
We're not crazy.
Okay.
No.
Good. So, by the time that you finally make it to the forest edge, all of you are feeling terrible, and some of you worse than others. It's clear that there's something wrong here. But you note something, that as you step in towards the forest, this feeling starts to wane. And though your exhaustion persists, you don't feel like you're being made actively sick.
Huh. The fuck is that about?
Is it just that clearing, the meadow, or was it getting off the road itself?
Oh, wait. The guy told us, Mr. Mystery Batman Man, told us that the field and the road are 2 places the Eder cabs wouldn't go. Maybe the field is known for its fuckery.
Well,
The field of fuckery.
you mentioned the road, but nothing about the field.
He did mention. Oh, maybe I didn't.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, he did say that the Eder caps would stay off the roads. And I forget. Can I recall that? I fucking forget it, to be honest with you. Did he say the plains, the fields? Help me out, Lucian.
I don't know, what did he say?
Gooby!
I know what he said, but I was asleep.
Wrecked.
Why you gotta be so faithful to the metagame, man?
Who can remember such things after many days traveling through the Elfwood?
Right.
I remember
anyways.
butchering a snake.
Something about a field or a plane. I don't know. I was half asleep.
The only thing I remember
Anyways.
is that sick explosion on that snake.
Anyways, he did mention an open field being.
Hey, sir,
kind of
Sorry, go ahead.
a
I had to.
no-go zone for the Eder cap. So that might be what just happened. I don't know, but I'm kind of feeling bummed out right now, but not worse for wear. More than I was, anyways.
Ditto.
Just move forward, I guess.
Okay.
Or do we want to
Oh,
sit
do we-
tight until...
Yeah.
Like, I feel like shit. Who here feels like extra shitty?
You will be
Oh,
moving
yeah,
at
I
half
do.
speed if one of you has that, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like super slow right now.
Do we want to see if it recovers? If we can get a point of exhaustion back?
I think it would be worth it. Otherwise, I'm
say-
I'm slowing us down a lot.
Is that what you're suggesting, Bruce?
We're
'Cause I'm
pretty
down.
tuckered out. How about we just camp out here for a day?
I'm down.
Alright.
Okay. So you
This
all
time-
go to rest hoping that your levels of exhaustion will finally leave you and you'll be able to travel at a good pace. Here, just on the outskirts of the forest, you set down for camp and see how the night goes.
Balls.
What am I ready?
Everybody awakes the next day, and having gotten something to eat and a little bit of water here and a long night's rest, everybody loses a single level of exhaustion.
Oh!
Fuck yes,
Does any-
fam.
So nobody still has 2, right?
Correct.
No, Lotho
Yep.
has 1 and everyone has none, I think.
Okay.
Mm.
So, given where that leaves us, you can resume normal travel, but if anything does bump into you on the road, you'll have a level of exhaustion. So that's up to you. Do you guys want to, stay in the local area and continue to sleep, or do you want to keep going? You know that you're very close to the sanctum.
I'm gonna leave that up to Lotho.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Lotho.
Yep.
We
Lotho,
are like
you
right there.
feeling all right, or
Yeah. Table talk, real quick. That's just a disadvantage on checks, right?
Yes, so a single
Yeah, that's
level of
what I
exhaustion is disadvantage on any ability check. Saving throws
Yeah,
are
that's what I
fine, but ability checks. So if you need a perception check, or if you
And
need
attacks
to,
are fine.
do some
Yeah.
acrobatics or something, then yeah, you'll have.
doesn't
a bad
apply to
chance.
saving throws?
Nope, not on saving throws, which is magical. That would be. Whew.
That would be murder. Guys are like right there.
That happens at level 3 exhaustion, actually. You get disadvantage on
would be
attack rolls and saving throws.
Disgusting.
Alright, I say for next time we play, we all get like super exhausted and then try and fight.
What?
No.
No.
Damn it.
I smack Aldrin.
That was table talk.
Seemingly for
man.
no reason because it was table talk.
Yeah.
What was that for?
Everyone looks over and just goes, "Hey, probably deserved."
Nice.
Rude.
Yeah, well, Lotho, if you're feeling up to it, well, I guess we could keep going forward. If not, we can rest for another day and just I'll keep watch and maybe Berth and Aldrin can do some outlandery things in the nearby woods. I don't know.
Let's keep going. I'm
All right.
just all about this right now.
You're all about this.
All about
Okay.
this. Not so much about
Then-
that, but
This and that, the other thing. That.
Okay. So,
Moving on.
yeah.
even with the exhaustion, your group is going to continue on in this direction. So you guys would be right about here. I'm going to move this, and the point you're getting to is the, like the top of that M, basically. It looks like it might be just over 2 days' travel, depending on how things go. Let's see how it goes. Oh, that's not pretty. That's not pretty. Okay.
Great.
Why did I do this?
So, I need everyone to please make a perception roll.
No. No, no. No, 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 no. Perception! Oh, it was a 15 and now
I haven't
it's
rolled
a
yet.
3. That's a 9 for me.
7 for me.
What was the highest?
What perception? 22.
Oh,
Hot damn.
Jesus.
The guy you can't see anything.
Nice. Okay. As you folks are wandering through the woods here, everything seems much like the last set of forest that you've been through, except it's almost a little bit more dark here, as though less light is able to pierce through the canopy up above. And Aldrin, you hear something off in the distance, further ahead towards where you are headed. Hear what sounds like something about. It's difficult to really describe. It's kind of like something being dragged along the forest floor. Though, given your restricted vision, you can't see exactly what it is. And it's clear that this faint noise was not picked up by the rest of your teammates who are currently still just wandering along.
Hey guys, I hear something. Do you see anything ahead of us?
Do I see? I don't see anything. Are you sure you hear something?
It sounds like... Okay, we'll talk. It sounds exactly what Illusion just said. Back to game.
Wow.
Aldrin.
Just like that, you say.
Are you sure
Yep.
that you're hearing it and not just kind of imagining it? I really don't hear
I am
anything.
hearing
And
it.
usually I hear everything. So
Yeah, well, I guess you're deaf today.
Door up.
Loud.
door.
Okay, the door has been raised.
Door up.
You expecting company there, Verth?
Building a house.
What?
Okay, and I just kind of not believing Aldrin here. I'll step forward, just completely
Well,
defenseless.
hopefully you get fucking knocked on your ass.
I'm totally believing you with your 22, but Carrick is thinking you're full of shit. So
In that
Oh,
same
yeah.
boat.
I'm gonna kind of saunter forward, maybe 15-20 feet ahead of the party, and see if I can hear something.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Rip Tower.
Why would you do
No.
that, though?
Oh.
Timber.
Oh, God.
This is what I get. This is what I get for Tower. I rolled a 10.
Okay. I need you to go ahead and make for me either an athletics or an acrobatics check, please.
Oh.
don't think I'm gonna choose the one I'm actually good at. That's a 15.
Okay. You take a few extra steps ahead of the party here and go to see if you can maybe get a vanguard position and notice whatever it is that Aldrin's talking about. And as you peer beyond the forest, you note something. No, you feel something. Your foot is slipping, and as you look down, you see what looks like a vine that is partway about to wrap itself around your ankle, and you barely pull your foot away before it can. As you step back, it starts to just like recede back into the foliage. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna point at it and go, no, no, and I'm gonna look up at the tree near it and go, fuck you, no. And then next to the tree after that, fuck you. And
you
fuck
notice
you, bud.
that as you point at this tree, there's like a bush next to it that starts to like move away from you as you point and start telling it not to grab at you, and it starts to like move around the back end of the tree slowly. It also starts to fall apart. It's like the branches all become separate, and then they like mold away, and the whole thing just becomes like a diffuse, like almost like a carpet of just nature that starts to slink away from you.
The fuck?
Yeah.
You realize what you just described, right? I just want to make sure that you realize how fucked up that is.
Yeah.
Alright.
Welcome to the forests of the elves.
I'm gonna kind of look and be like, oh shit, alright. I didn't mean to insult, but just take a look at the armor. Bottle of Aridin and all that. Guys, fuck me, did you see that? I don't know.
What?
I don't think I did.
The tree that just became a goddamn wall of nature
sorry.
shit?
Not the tree, but like the bush that was next to it, like fell apart and turned into like a just like a carpet basically on the ground of nature that like moved it away.
What the fuck? Are we in a forest of fucking druid mimics or some shit? Like, I don't like
Anyone
this.
played Dark Souls before?
I have.
Game's annoying.
Can I walk up and like inspect the bush and see if there's anything weird going on with it?
Yeah, Lotho inspect
Oh.
that bush.
Will.
And I'm gonna.
You note that in the space where the bush was a moment ago, something is wrong. There's no roots into the ground. Like, if this bush just uprooted itself and slinked away, it wasn't even rooted in the ground to begin with. It's like... It's almost as though the bush that was here was recreated and then dispelled like it was an illusion or something.
That wasn't no normal bush. Not that I changed.
Just stares at the ground for a second. Guys, that was no normal bush. Like, oh shit!
Like 18 octaves deeper than Lotho usually would say, hey, bitch.
That's some fucked up shit right there.
What the fuck was that?
In the direction where Aldurin was pointing about a noise, can I kind of run up there too? Because he said he heard like dragging, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting dragged.
Okay. You go over there, and as you step away from the group a little bit, you see what the commotion is, or rather, you hear it first. It does seem like there's something being dragged along. It's like maybe a body that's being taken across the forest floor, and it's the sound of leaves and dirt rustling that you hear. And as you crest around a large tree, you see what it is. It's almost like there's a sinkhole in the ground from which a whole mass of vines are being pulled into it, and they are just swallowed up by the forest floor. And you note something. It's like some of the plants around here were being created by this mass of vines almost. You see what looks like another bush off in the distance, a fairly large shrub, which falls apart looking like a set of vines afterwards that were mimicking a bush and then just like slink along the ground and start to pull into this hole.
Nope. So what's being pulled?
Firth's seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Is there like a body being pulled or anything, or no?
No, you
plant?
just see like massive plant life being just like warped and pulled into the ground here.
Nope.
The trees seem unaffected, but it's like a lot of the other smaller things around here were just like fake almost.
Nope. We're out of here. I turn back around, gather everybody, and we're out.
Okay, what direction are you going in?
Away.
Okay, see, does everyone go with Verth? That doesn't sound like anyone's going with you.
Yeah.
I don't
I'll go
really
with him.
want to.
Guys, there's something over there. Imagine, there's this story I once heard, like Star Wars, where there's this sand place, and there's this giant hole with tentacles and thing coming out and like grabbing shit and eating. You know, it's not a good.
I'll go with him.
Okay. Carrick, Lotho, are you gonna go with him?
Dude, I'm getting bad touch about this right now.
Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Lotho?
Bad touch.
Well, I'm not gonna wander these woods by myself.
Curious, but not gonna be the one to go alone. You go with them as well.
Look around and just put both hands on your butthole and just scurry forward. No.
As you go to take the group and start to wander off, you're kind of corralling everyone from the back here, Verth, making sure that everyone comes with you. And as they do so, and you see Lotho dragging behind, you can see what looks like a brief moment where like a vine stretches out from like a nearby bush, and like all of its branches turn into different vines that like start to reach for him, like a set of hands almost. But then as he starts to wander with you, they just like retract away and disappear into the ground.
Nope.
Okay, it takes some time, and you travel for like maybe a few minutes off towards the west before eventually you don't hear any more of this, and it's like the sound of all this nature moving around is like a distant sound way off in the distance now.
The fuck?
Imagine if there was a giant mouth in the ground of nature, and it's just eating shit.
You could have found out. You could have found out, but you had to leave.
Sounds really
Find
cool.
out? Nuh-uh, dude. Nuh-uh. I'm not about to go into a fucking green sarlacc pit and die forever. Not
No,
about that
it would take
life.
about 10,000 years.
Yeah,
Hey,
Or is it
Boba
just
could get
1,000?
out.
just
Boba
suffering.
Fett could get out. I believe. Hashtag Boba for life.
Okay, so after that, are you guys going to continue on your merry way?
Sure.
Everything seems normal here.
It seems normal.
God damn it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. Let's see here.
Yo, we're getting close. Lotho, you see any like of your druid shit around here?
Druid shit. I mean,
I don't
behind
know.
that tree from like
I don't
a
understand you
couple minutes
fuckers
ago,
half the
but
time.
I'll look around and see if I see any druid shit. Or perhaps
Shit.
signs.
Yeah, make a perception check. Perhaps there is druid shit afoot. Do you have
Okay,
disadvantage on
4.
your checks?
I sure do, unless I got, unless we got some sort of rest, and I don't think we did,
Not
so that's a
yet.
9.
I wouldn't describe the nature hole as rest.
I don't think so either, so that's a 9.
Wait, you had disadvantage, didn't you roll a 2 before?
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
Okay, so 3.
Huh?
So it's 3
My
plus
perception's
6.
plus 5.
Oh,
I
so
rolled a
8.
4.
Oh, 4. Okay, sorry, I'm smoking crack. Don't mind me. So you get a 9. Looking around for druid shit, as it were, you don't actually see any druid craft. There's no druidic that has been written in the leaves or carved onto a tree bark or anything like that.
Guys, there's no druid shit anywhere. Unless we wait like an hour or so, then I might have something. But there's nothing that I can see.
Okay.
All right.
It's getting late, and your full day of travel is winding down. Are you folks going to sleep and then go the next day?
Look at Lotho.
If we do, it would be helpful for me.
I mean, we don't really have a choice, guys. It's either we all get a point of exhaustion or we don't.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's true.
And if you need me to keep my eyes out for druid stuff,
good shit.
then excuse me. Druid
I say we
shit,
sleep.
Then
Alright, let's see how it goes.
before we sleep, I want to go take a big
Keep-
druid shit.
Yeah, keep your eyes open for these fucking plants.
Yeah.
The evening is uninterrupted by the plant life, and you all wake the next day. According to the map, a single day's worth of travel lays ahead of you. Do you guys continue on the last leg of your journey?
Anybody
My
want to say a
exhaustion
few
is
words?
gone.
A few last words?
Yeah.
Let's do this shit.
But snake was tasty.
I want to talk
Lotho,
about Eric.
Derek, do you want to say anything to Eridan before we go?
Sure.
Sure. Not entirely enthusiastic about saying anything to Eridan.
Pretty goddamn enthusiastic. Alright, I'll just, sit down. And say... to myself... Eridan, we're coming to the last stretch of our journey towards your shrine. Please grant us any sort of guidance or security that you might be able to and help us.
Are you
Get
like seated here with your eyes closed talking in your head, or are you saying this
Yeah.
out loud, or okay?
No, I was in my head pretty much.
Okay, you're interrupted by the feeling of leaves blowing against the side of your face.
Feel strange. I power through.
Okay.
So I get through all my sentiments, just pretty much saying, just give us some guidance and protection. Come to do your bidding. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. You finish your prayers and open your eyes afterwards to find your group getting ready, fixing up. It's the morning after camp. Anybody who had exhaustion loses one of those levels since you got a long rest. And the last leg of your journey is ahead of you. Let's see how it goes. Swimmingly, apparently. Without consequence, you eventually make it to the point that has been marked out on your map so many days long ago by the druids off in the desert. And here it is. As you look around, you find nothing but forest in every direction. There's no temple to speak of. Nothing.
We've been scammed, boys.
Can I
Just
look
a
around
little sign that
for...
says "lol." It was just a prank, bro.
LOL, you're fucked.
Can I look around for any sort of druid stuff?
Druid stuff. Interesting.
Druidic or any sort of
perception
indication that
roll.
might be.
Please.
Oh, how about a little luck there? Not too much help. 14.
Oh my god, why? As you look around, you do not see any druid craft at all. Or sorry, druidic, I should say.
Guys, I don't see any druidic at all. What is it? What do we see? Like, is it just a chunk of forest, or is it like a small valley sort of thing? Any sort of clearing?
You've noticed that over the last day or two, you felt like you were walking slightly downhill. Apart from that, it just looks like the regular forest, and the decline that you've been walking has been so slight, it's not really one that you can even really see all that much. You kind of just sort of feel it in your step. All around you is just forest. It looks like it's very much so like an old growth forest, where some of the trees have trunks that are incredibly wide.
Do any of them look exceptionally large?
interesting. As you look around, you note that, yes, one of them does appear to be incredibly large. It even has like a little bit of space around it that nothing else seems to really grow.
I want to walk up to that tree.
Okay. As you get up to this tree, is everybody else following?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lotho seems to be the puzzle breaker, so...
Not letting the little guy go off alone.
Okay. You follow with him, and this is lost to some of you, but as you get closer to it, Carrick, you can see that this tree that you get up to is massive. From within the forest, it's impossible to tell because of all the leaf canopy up above, but once you're at the base of this tree that Lotho's just taken you, you look up and you see this thing is huge. Like, it's like stories high into the air. It dwarfs all the other trees and puts them to shame.
Well, if there was ever a temple, it would be here.
Yeah?
Lotho, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna put my hand on the tree and just see if anything happens.
Make an insight check for me, please.
That would be... Where am I? Yeah, 20.
20? Yeah.
Hitting the road and nobody wants to deal with it.
You place your hand on the tree and you're not sure what it is. Maybe it's just its grandeur or where it is or how the forest is shaped, but you feel like it's here. The temple must be here somewhere.
Guys, it's here. There's no question. If I had to bet, I'd say it's up in the top. But can I just do a walk around to the tree?
Sure.
See if just kind of keep my hand on it and just skirt around it.
As you look around, you get more detail of the tree and do a circle around the perimeter. You note that its roots are incredibly large. You think back to like the python from before that almost swallowed Aldrin. It's like several of those that kind of wind around each other and then plunge down into the earth. If you look at the bark itself, it looks like it has moss that grows on it in different spots. The whole thing must be ancient, and straight up above, it's just absolutely huge.
Does it appear climbable?
It looks like you could climb it. There's definitely branches, but they're way, way up on the tree.
Yeah.
They're like, the closest branch, which is absolutely gargantuan, is probably like 60 feet up the tree.
I will go back to I'm back with the group, I assume.
Yeah, they've just been following behind you a few feet.
Alright guys, let me pitch this to you here. Eridan's the first druid. I obviously can't scale this tree myself, but if I turn into like a squirrel or something like that, I could scurry up a little ways and see what the deal is up there.
Okay.
I mean,
me just looking at the tree, do I think I could scale it?
It would be very tough. You could potentially do it, but given that there's no handholds, you would probably have to use like daggers to kind of like make your way up and everything. Just using the bark alone, it might work, but if a piece broke, you would have quite the fall on your hands.
How thick is the tree?
Now that you've examined it, the tree is probably... Here, let me draw it in for you.
150 feet thick.
It's probably about that big.
It's a redwood.
Like, that's just at the
like,
base.
Taking a rope and just putting it around the base and like slinking my way up, but I think the base is way too thick to do that.
Mm-hmm.
What is the diameter of the tree?
this is a technical question here. The brown bear has a climbing speed. So in
Yes.
theory, couldn't I use that to climb this tree?
Yeah. Yeah, bears can climb trees.
Yeah, that's
I've
what I
done seen
figured.
it.
So
So you're gonna turn into a brown bear?
Garrick, how much do you weigh? Just
160 something pounds.
How dare you?
You think if I turned into a bear, you could cling onto my back and maybe we could scale this thing, at least to the branches?
I mean, if you're comfortable with if you're comfortable with your climbing skills, cool.
So much
yeah.
my comfort as much as yours. If I fall, I have a bit of padding, but
Well, I'll make sure you fall in between ground and myself. Trust me.
you're cool with it. I'm cool with it.
Cool. I mean, worst case, on the way down, I pop a dagger out, and hopefully Papa Erudin isn't too pissed off.
Okay,
But
so I guess
we could nail in some kittens and create kind of guide with rope. I don't think that harming the tree is a good idea.
no, I agree. So why don't we take some rope up with us, then drop it down from that lowest branch?
Sure, but
So
are
they
you
can
sure
try
we
to
need to
get
go up?
While they're
Huh?
discussing this, can I take a look around, not the tree itself, but you said there's kind of a clearing around it. Is there any like gathering of like rocks or anything nearby?
Oh. You can see a couple of stones here and there, but it's not a particularly rocky area. I mean, if you wanted to pick up like a softball-sized stone, you definitely could.
No, I mean like, are there like any piles of rubble nearby? Or is
Mm,
it all just forest?
all forest. Each tree, because of how much like nutrients it takes and everything, has a sort of radius around it where nothing else really grows too much. It's just this incredibly large tree has a proportionally sized area around it where other things aren't growing, other than some grass here and there.
Fair enough.
Guys,
Okay.
let me try something here. I'm gonna go kind of circle the tree once, twice, just working my way around. And then I'm gonna come up to here and kind of get on my hands and knees. Kind of put a flat palm to the chest of my armor of Eredin. Closing my eyes, but looking directly at the tree, I guess with my eyes closed, whatever, and just say, "Look, I think you know me well enough at this point to know that I'm not really good at these things. But we have come. We've defeated a few blights on the way. We've gotten the shroud. We've gotten into Nomentar. We've survived whatever it's thrown at us thus far, and respected the woods. And
More or
here
less.
we are, ready to
Just forget about that.
converse with you about whatever it is that
That
you
didn't
need us to do. So, if you can, give us a sign of some kind. I mean, at this point, anything will do. Otherwise, we will climb, but we'd prefer to have a straight answer for once. And I'll just kind of let that hang.
Okay. You let that sit for a brief moment, and it's only a second or two after your statement that there's a horrible sound that you hear. And at first, it's not even like you're not even sure it's a sound. It's almost like you're feeling a rumble through your feet, and with the force of an earthquake, you see these massive gargantuan roots start to part at the bottom of the tree, and it leaves an incredibly large gaping hole straight into the earth, and you can see that pieces of vine and wood start to trace along this tunnel that is opened up, leaving steps that descend down. And out of the steps, small little green shoots start to like appear and then flower into multicolored little flowers. Little vines start to creep along the walls and escape out the sides, practically just like a cornucopia of like flowers and nature and vines that spill out from this hole at the base of the tree, leaving this incredibly beautiful stairwell that goes down into the darkness.
Told you that would work.
And with
How's
that,
that for
we
an
will
answer?
end the session.
Sweet!
Travel simulator is now complete.
Well, we're gonna have to face
All
Theo
achievements
eventually.
unlocked.
I just hope that we get the weapons to do it.
He's gonna be like,
Congratulations,
"No."
folks. You fucking did it. You're on to the next chapter of
Level
your
5?
quest.
Aw.
Level 5? Level 5?
You got 4 like yesterday, motherfucker.
Level 5? Level 5?
Fastest level up. Yeah, we summoned an angel pretty early on in the game. Maybe that gave us some luck.
Yeah. I choose to expend a skill slot and summon the Avatar of Eridan to level up.
Nice.
Nice. Sweet.
Everyone wishes they had that skill.
I can't wait to get Uncanny Dodge and a 3d6 sneak attack though. Please, Gooby.
Aldrin didn't die.
Nope.
Surprise.
Aldrin hasn't died in like the past 2 sessions.
Dude, Aldrin, I don't think will ever die. We'll be in a fucking
Probably
fight
not.
and he's gonna be the last one standing.
Yep.
Die.
He's got
again.
48 health, and then next level he gets plus 8 again.
I mean, if we're being
Or wait.
honest, I get like 60 health.
Yeah.
As long
like,
as
how
I
much
don't
health
take
do I
too
get
many
per
hits in
level up?
between.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you'll never get 18 ACs.
Six.
So.
True. Well, I mean, it
No,
depends on what I
Barb's
get
Okay, so
Skin.
into.
yeah.
Right?
In theory, I
Groups
could
too?
turn into dinosaurs now, right? As long as their challenge rating isn't that high. At least the ones we saw.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there might be a
That-
way to get high AC. I'm not sure. But I think you can cast Bark Skin and then turn into mobs and stuff, and that sort of works.
That would probably.
But
Yep.
in any case, thanks guys. That was great. I thought you did awesome. Thanks to the audience for tuning in, and thanks to all the patrons. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this. And we will talk some random stuff. You're welcome to hang around if you want. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow for the last session of the week. Adios.
Would be
Bye.
so bitchin', actually.
Ah. Now I'm gonna be a little upset if I miss next week's session.
Oh,
Oh,
Spent
yeah.
all this time getting here.
Oh, you're not gonna be here next session, possibly?
it's possible.
Possibly, yeah.